as a
Man,
reward,
guys,
maybe we
please,
should all get a
get
level.
so attractive.
No,
you don't have
you
to
guys
say
wanted
anything.
to do speedrunners, and
I
I
did.
had to accommodate.
We wanted to not crash into the ground.
I mean, have you seen?
Speed run, not dying.
Have
I
you ever
don't
played the
have-
phone game Temple Run? Sometimes
No.
there are big beasts chasing you, and you need to duck under the branches as they come.
And he
That's
can't
true.
say we didn't try to
That's
fulfill
actually
his
true.
our end of the deal.
Yeah. We were just.
Ah, hey everybody, welcome back to the Wayward 7. That was not the God of War soundtrack that I was playing for a moment.
No.
But if it was,
You wouldn't tell.
you wouldn't tell.
report
My
us,
name is
will
Will, the Forever DM as always, and welcome back to another episode. Before we get started tonight, the gentleman to my right would like to say something.
Ethan, do you notice anything similar about the outfit that I'm wearing right now?
Every for months.
It is the outfit I've been wearing for months. You know why I wear this outfit?
I wish I knew.
Because I live here. I live here under the table. And I only get food when someone likes or subscribes to the channel. And when we hit 100 subscribers, I'm only 3 subscribers away, I get a full meal on an actual plate.
That's true. I
So-
did promise him that.
You get a slab of salami.
If you don't want me to be malnourished, like and subscribe to the channel.
Mm-hmm.
This is totally a joke.
But he is being forced to say that now.
Don't cut to me.
Don't you do it.
And if you don't follow to me, I also get part of a Rice Krispie treat, just one Rice Krispie,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
every time
Quarter cup
you
of lemonade.
follow any of the other social media platforms.
That was funny.
Look at the segue.
Bam!
There you go.
Bam!
Why do you look so shocked?
Convince them I am hungry.
How many times?
For every person who follows us on social media at the Wayward 7, we will add a single crispy to the crispy treat.
Okay, that's pretty good. Thank you, Reagan. That's awesome. It's been short and sweet today. So I guess let's just go ahead and jump into the game. All right.
She was a. You know me. She was a. I was walking down the street when out the corner of my eye I saw a pretty little thing approaching me. She said, "I've never seen a man who looks so all alone, and could you use a little company? If you could pay the right price, your evening would be nice, and you can go and send me on my way." I said, "You're such a sweet young thing, and why you do this to yourself?" She looked at me, and this is what she said: "Oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. Oh no, I can't slow down, I can't hold back. Oh, you know, I wish I could. Oh no, there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good." Not even 15 minutes later, I'm still walking down the street when I saw the shadow of a man creep out of sight. And then he swept up from behind, he put a gun up to my head. He made it clear he wasn't looking for a ride. He said, "Give me all you got, I want your money, not your life. But if you try to make a move, I won't think twice." I told him, "You can have my cash, but first you know I gotta ask, what made you wanna live this kind of life?" He said, "There ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. Oh no, I can't slow down, I can't hold back. Oh, you know, I wish I could. Oh no, there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good." Yeah. When now a couple hours passed and I was sitting at my house, the day was winding down and coming to an end. And so I turned on the TV and flipped it over.
Two people,
He's
John
on-
and Paul.
He's a man of many wonders. is
Where's
what he is.
Ringo?
Yeah. Yeah.
He hasn't been around since the
You
last
said you
time I
didn't know
watched
them.
this video.
What? What? I'm listening, DM Will.
Thank you, Lauren.
I am
Inspiration.
not.
Last time on the Wayward 7.
Reagan
Previously.
fell off a cliff and
No!
drank all of Icarus's juice on a flight up.
fact check. She
and
fell
then
off a
dropped the
boat.
crossbow into the abyss. And what else did Wynn do?
Nothing.
Wynn whacked Damon.
Hard.
And then
Twice.
Damon whacked Gwen.
And Damon was like, "You don't fly." Happy landing.
Hi, Leah.
Yeah.
Our little duck is flying.
Destiny. So we've kind of been recapping, but for something a bit more concrete, last time we left off,
Cement.
the party
cement.
made a deal with a strange bone devil, a figure that, while is untrustworthy in appearance, offered some pretty interesting information. Information that they gladly made a deal for. Multiple deals, actually. Each of them in their own little right. With that said, they took up on this deal, and while the offer for strategy, for timing, for
Logic.
logic was offered an alternate choice, the ticking clock, the chance to intervene before any of it begins at the risk of everything.
Throwing everything else out the window, including Gwen.
As the party has been traveling through the river Styx for quite some time
I love that.
and went straight to the attempted assassination of Callisti Erlin.
We didn't do it this time, guys.
They leapt at the chance, sneaking to the top of the deck and striking as soon as they saw him.
Airstrike.
Bomb them. Keep bombing them.
Miraculously, they did enough damage to reveal Damon as a pit fiend in front of the entire crew. A pit fiend that proceeded to murder most of the crew,
Except.
except for Callisti, which is a good, and Sasha.
The brand new named character.
Sasha Elaine,
Yes.
who was a soldier who had 25 hit points and lived with 2. Back up to 9 though. So, they dealt with Damon swiftly and fairly efficiently due to some excellent plays from some some surprising people and some horrible luck on Damon's part. Oh, he had so many modifiers and nothing can save him from a 3. But that being said,
Relatable.
as the airship began to spiral out of control out in the aftermath of the battle, one thought echoed throughout Nastani's mind. Well, 2.
Oh no, not again.
The impending ground and the next step that they were told but minutes ago.
This is literally
If even that.
If even that. That
Maybe exactly 2
once Damon was defeated in the material plane, he would only truly be killed if they were to return to his origin, the plane of existence where he originated and reforms after being defeated in such ways. So, with no time to lose, and the sense of urgency grand as the ship was spiraling out of control into the small town of Amberagari, hopefully the lake, we'll see, we'll flip, that's a coin flip. The party opened the jar that was given to them by the Bone Devil that would take them to a place known as the Severed Citadel. This supposedly being Damon's origin, his chamber where he reforms. And it is there that they hope to snuff him out before he can walk again.
Nothing to lose but our lives.
Yep.
So, a crew of battered, beaten, and spent spell slots.
I have not spent any spell slots because
Me
I don't
either.
have any.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Your party members, however, might differ.
What?
So, Nastani, as the group rushes towards you, looking that everybody's within range, or at least what you were told was in range, You fling open the jar of ashes, jewels, and hellfire spit. And as the dust encompasses everyone, you feel that familiar dropping feeling that you felt maybe a minute ago.
Yep.
At most.
Whew.
As you return to the 9 hells, falling further and further down. Quite the trip, as there are tumbling, screams, but eventually, all of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Make 2, 4. Wow. Man, Sasha, that's crazy.
Right back to it.
19.
Oh, that's better.
What'd you get?
13.
13? Okay.
11.
11?
Dirty 20.
30, 20, nice.
Sorry.
You are not raging, by the way.
No, I know. But I still get advantage.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's a 12.
Okay.
Not 12.
So, most of you land on your feet, with the exception of everybody but Nasani. But the other two, Callisti and Sasha, seem to find purchase in what appears to be slowly sinking mud. This ichor of rotten earth. As you look around, those of you who did not faceplant, the 3 of you, Nastani, as you look around, this layer of the hells looking very different than the one you had previously visited. You cannot hear the sound of war in the distance. The smell of sulfur has been replaced by toxic odors that just ruminate as your feet sink into the ground. Looking about, there's nothing but this toxic mire that seems to encapsulate most of the landscape here. It's almost as if there's small houses dotted everywhere. Shoddy craftsmanship, decrepit buildings slowly sinking into mud and murk. It's a bit dreary, to say the least.
When you say shoddy craftsmanship, like to what degree? Would you say like
Sorry,
that's where I was going?
Yeah, thanks for ruining that
You
one.
ruined my
Ha
setup.
ha ha. Icarus takes 5 poison damage.
I'm sorry. My brain just like went.
When I say shoddy, the artisanship is almost non-existent. It is made out of what appears to be cheap materials. The trees that dot the land are very much petrified stumps that almost look like barbs here and there. But as you look around, you just seem to be in the middle of this mire.
I'm
Why
going
don't
to.
you make a perception check if you like?
Can I?
Yep.
Wait, who?
Yes.
Oh,
I was
I
gonna
also climb
say,
up on
it's
the
a-
Sonny's back.
Let's
I am
go.
very short.
The Sonny's
and,
back?
and yeah, this is a bog filled with mud.
I
and
will.
I'm
I will
in
actually
heavy,
gladly put him up on my
I'm
shoulder.
in heavy plate armor.
Yeah. Yeah. Nastani, he's going to weigh a good, probably, with that plate armor, probably a good 80 pounds, so. How have you been benching?
I know.
I have.
I have strong shoulders from.
Shoulders. It's all in the legs, though.
Oh, sorry. Perception 24.
24,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
I rolled above 10, guys.
I got exactly
30, 20 again.
30, 20?
19.
19. Alright, Icarus. You're able to get a pretty good view once you wipe the mud from your eyes. Looking about, other than the obvious, this endless bog, just dreary landscape, the awful smell of rot and decay, you notice massive bone-like structures occasionally dotted throughout the land. And as you get a good look, it's almost as if this entire plane of existence is constantly sinking down towards something. I would say with your 24 flying up just a bit to get a good view, doing a full scope, it is endless in either direction. However, you notice that it does tend to dip and sag towards what appears to be these massive 4 bones far off in the distance.
Like
With your-
citadel kind of type of look, like a severed citadel type, like.
I would say
Those are
with your
parapets of the-
24, these massive bones, colossal in size, similar to the caldera of Basilica, you notice that there are these large chains that kind of go in a quadrant shape down into this abyss. And there, you see what appears to be a city suspended on these chains.
That's pretty sick.
Being pulled up, barely hanging on, fighting almost to not sink into the pit.
That's cool as hell.
That's not this level.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. That's cool as hell. Yeah, I get it. So,
Sick as hell.
as you look around, specifically for a citadel type structure, there are many tall structures here and there, but they become more numerous the closer to this chain city you get to, or getting closer to the chain city. There appears to be more of them.
We'll be looking for the severed one.
Yeah, whatever that means. So, which way are you guys heading?
Towards the city?
Can we, can some of us heal up?
That's a great idea.
You see Khaleesi and Sasha, who are just finally caught their breath. Look around. Khaleesi turns. The hell's Naomi?
Hell?
Funny you should say. I'm landing, by the way. My wings are pretty tired. So, not gonna be flying for a little bit. But, yeah, as best I can, I'm gonna try and, quickly try to explain.
We're in the third
We're in-
layer of
yeah.
hell. None of us have teleportation scrolls on us. And this is where if we want to get rid of Damon completely, we have to do it here.
Make a persuasion check.
We need to get rid of him.
Can I, addressing Callisti and Sasha in Cilician?
14.
Khaleesi is wary of what is going on.
I know we're
And is
definitely not the
quite
first.
quickly, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
All of us are just.
Can I help her? By leaving
If
her.
anything, you're hindering.
You're gonna Ratatouille
16,
out of the way.
but ring of evasion if that fails.
Okay, that does fail. Using
Sure.
burn white the charge. You barely slip out of the grasp as Callisti pulls out a knife. And just now, as you back away, holding the knife to the rest of you, just kind of keeping her distance.
I get it.
Okay.
I do.
In Cilician, again, Callisti and Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha, who is now kind of stepped back with Callisti crossbow up.
He's gonna cure wounds on himself at the third level.
Sure. Go for it, yeah. Burn that spell slot.
Beginning at the end of the Champion's Pursuit, we discovered that Lady Garvia, alongside my brother Nico, had malicious intent and had been manipulating our group the entire way so that they could get to the audience with King Egil and there assassinate him. Garvia has some powers or ability to stop or manipulate time, and she did that and used that time to assassinate Egil alongside, as well as Mithra, his aide, and framed us for it. In the time that followed, we were able to escape the city and leave Ross, and eventually made our way into Cilicia to Mortides, where we found you.
Important side note: the reason we know that she either can stop time herself or can move within stopped time is because we can too. Because of these amulets we found.
Okay.
I'll explain the amulets more when I can. The important thing right now is that Garvia has been manipulating us for a very long time, and that includes the time when we were in Basilica, and one way or another she was able to get rid of the amulets that we had and put us in the Sovereign's Palace, and somehow had an illusion or trick played on all of us that we thought she was there trying to kill you. You remember that too. We got some unexpected help from a interested party that got us out of Gardvia's jail and wound up following some clues as well as trying to find our friends that led us into the first level of the Hells. We met a bone devil there and he gave us information as well as our friends back and told us that Gardvia and Damon were making their next move to try and assassinate another enemy, you. We dealt with the devil to get us back to the Prime Realm in time to take action to stop it.
The other option was letting you die.
But the devil also told us that the only way to actually kill Damon for good, since Damon is truly a pit fiend, was to follow him here to the 3rd level of the Hells and finish him off as he began to regenerate.
And also, with me not being able to use my wings, the option was either to have Icarus somehow keep all of us from splattering with the boat, or to teleport here immediately.
I'm detecting a large lack of planning.
Yes, I'm aware.
Oh, speak of lack of planning, I got thrown in jail because just because I had a little bit of ketchup on me, I'm a murderer. I'm a murderer. Lack of planning, lack of evidence gathering. That's your people did. I got dragged to hell. My wife's dead because of you, and I still saved you. And you think these people are evil? They're the only ones that broke an innocent man out of jail. You got the gall. Thank you for the ballista shot, by the way.
Alright.
I understand that up until minutes ago, everything
Yeah, minutes.
everything you saw and knew about us seemed to point in one direction, but I'm asking you to trust me when I say that we have only ever been working for the greater good, and somehow also, largely due to admittedly poor planning, have consistently been pawns in Gardvia's larger game.
Icarus, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage. As you have 2 people helping you out, so I will lower the DC as well.
Okay. If I put inspiration on this, would the next try have advantage still?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just a whole reroll.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, go for it.
That's a lot better. So it's a nat 20 plus 8.
Wow, that's really good. Callisti, who seems to have been through the ringer,
Haven't we all?
looking pretty scorched.
Can I,
looking
yeah,
pretty-
can I for effect, as I finish, like, the trust me and all that, hold out another health potion?
The dagger held up, still kind of directed towards the lot of you. She's gonna take the potion. We are in some deep shit.
Yes. Welcome to it.
So what was the next step in the grand plan? After killing Damon,
Getting back up.
and you're hoping that I can vouch for you?
That would be great.
Honestly, if it's any merit, just knowing that you're alive and weren't assassinated would have. I mean, we've already
That's
kind of.
the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing. We've already accepted that we are framed as murderers, so might as well just go into that. Not go into that. No, sorry, I worded that really wrong. I mean that
We're not going to be able to exactly change.
It's-
what people
there's
think of
not
us.
the view that is put for us.
That would
is
have gone
not
better
good.
with the first plan of letting you die and
No,
What?
stop talking. Stop talking.
No, that was the
First
original
plan?
plan. That
No,
was not
there
my
wasn't.
plan. That was the devil's plan.
he said that we should have let Callisti die, and then we would have revealed Damon as a pit fiend at the funeral. And then we were supposed to play into the, oh, we're murderers until then. We should not play into the murderer thing now. Just.
What's more
We're not
important to
murderers.
us than anyone vouching is that you're alive
Mhm.
and that we get you back and you can continue to do the good you've been doing.
Both you and Sasha.
Looks over at Sasha, who's just like exhausted.
Which I'm, by the way, hold on, let me make sure.
She has lowered her trained crossbow at this point and just kind of found the nearest rock and is just.
I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on Sasha.
Thank you.
That's 8 points healed.
She just clasped on the shoulder.
I'm sorry I can't.
Gods, it smells bad here.
I'm sorry I can't do more, and I'm sorry we kind of stuck you in this situation of being in the third layer of hell with us.
As Callisti just kind of is drinking the potion, just throws the bottle to the side. Sasha speaks up. So what was the plan to get out?
So about that.
Sasha's heart sinks.
If I'm being honest, number one, as Nastani said, what we saw was the two options were either coming directly here with the little demon jug or
Going
hitting
snap.
the ground in Cilicia. Also, we've been told from numerous sources of wisdom multiple times that Guardvia knows everything we're going to do, and so we need to stop doing what we normally would. And so we've been trying to act more spontaneous.
The slowest turn of Callisti's head, just. I see.
For the last few weeks, every action that we have planned, every thought we've taken has been accounted for by Guardvia, so the only way to avoid that is to not plan.
I thought you were gonna say not think.
Callisti's now just. So, your grand idea. I am thankful that you went with Plan B versus Plan A to an extent.
Technically distant. That would have been planned.
Regardless.
That's the plan the devil gave.
You didn't have to tell her.
I mean, it made her appreciative.
Well, I suppose we should try and find a way out.
Yes.
Quite frankly, the Damon situation is minor compared to where we are. You said this is the third?
Yes.
So not that deep.
Sasha was like, I didn't know this was real. I'm having a moment. So, just...
On the plus side, she now knows there's no way we could have planned an assassination of King Egil. We're too stupid for that.
You already turned your group with the two of them sitting right there.
Nope, that was not Icarus, that was Ethan. Sure.
I know we are not the best planners. I think that is quite apparent. We are definitely not the smartest.
I used to be.
Not. Definitely not a leader in any right.
I used to be.
Well, Icarus, we can't all be winners.
Is
can
the
we?
body
I used to be.
on the ground where, like, did it transform?
Damon's body?
Yeah.
No, it did not. It was just the living beings.
So, at least now, we were told that Damon's body regenerates in a place known as the Severed Citadel, in the third layer of hell. So,
Here we are.
here we are. Again, I'm sorry that you are dragged along with us. If
Do
I
you
could,
have a way for us to perhaps rest for some time?
We don't know how long it takes for him to regenerate. And
Well, last time we used the ship that is no longer available to us.
no, I know, but he's also in his weakest form. If he's regenerating, he's being reborn. Basically, we're gonna be fighting. How do you say, baby Guardia? In our world.
No.
But if he's regenerating at a place known as a citadel,
Interesting.
Are
Yeah,
you
it might be
familiar with the
gods.
citadel?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
that
familiar
makes
with the
sense.
citadel.
I'm familiar with the structure of a citadel, and I'm also familiar that if
I'm fine
what
with
you
this.
say is all true, which is a lot right now,
That is. I'm sorry.
but I don't really have many options.
I'm fine with resting.
Well,
It's
I would say
laying out the facts.
Where in the hells, literally, will we rest?
you kill
So there was
somebody.
like buildings.
There are buildings, yeah. You just go to the nearest one.
They're not-
Take a look, I guess.
Yeah, you flying over or just walk in? Just
Still is bad.
I would like to fly, but
Sure.
I feel like that's still.
tell me what you're doing, man.
We're in like swamp sludge.
Yeah, very swampy.
I'm gonna tough it out and fly over.
Okay. Are you doing this sneakily or just?
Yeah.
Okay, make a stealth check.
13.
Oh. So, Icarus, as you fly over, make a perception check.
That would be a 2 on Ethan's roll.
26.
Icarus, luckily, you see it before you get close enough for it to see you. But at this nearby shambling house, something catches you off guard as you start to fly up. It's almost as if the house itself is breathing.
Oh, wonderful.
And
Monster House. I love that movie.
as you take a closer look, the kind of ruinous house, well, it's ruinous for a reason. As in, the rocks are mostly just pulled up out of the ground, the sludge and mud caking most of what lies beneath. But it is unmistakable. You see a large spined back, what appears to be a very long tail with barbs that line the end, a large horned face with dagger-like teeth, and large black wings. You have spotted what appears to be a large black dragon sleeping here in this mire. But luckily, as you start coasting your way, you see the outline and glide back.
Alright, so first of all, we want to be really quiet.
Calicity looks over. What?
It's a dragon.
A dragon? How big?
Large.
What kind?
Black.
Wow.
Yeah, so that rock back there seemed pretty comfortable.
Sasha, who is still sitting on it, looks claimed.
Hey.
Why? Are you okay?
What's in the other direction?
Well, other than the nearest house, I mean, there's any direction you want to go in. But that was just to the nearest.
But like,
building.
is there like a bog? Like, are we?
Yes.
Is there like
Yeah,
a bog?
Yes.
that's all
Yeah,
bog.
It's most
Bog.
bog. Most
Bog.
bog.
So we're standing in.
Bog.
Okay.
Bog. Bog. Bog mud.
Probably head the other direction.
Is there anything on the way to the citadel?
You could definitely go around the building for sure.
Yeah.
As a refresher, black dragons.
Kill
Acid.
things.
Acid.
I know. Yes, I know. Destani's asking.
Nastani would be familiar with dragons, yeah.
As one herself, yeah.
Yeah.
Just they are not one that is easily.
Well, there's a difference between, say, the gem dragons that you hail from in your high society, and, say, the chromatic dragons, some of them banished to hell.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. I was more successful. Never mind.
Some of them.
Banished to hell. Like
Yeah.
where we are?
Whoa.
Almost
To
feel
say
like a-
that, you know, maybe they are deserving to be here could be telling, but perhaps they were wronged. In fact, Nastani, make a religion check. Go for it. With
Actually-
advantage, being this a major part of your culture.
As she thinks deeply about this, I'm gonna drink a health potion.
Okay. Mark them all off.
14.
14.
I have
Nastani,
3 left now.
Can we say we're getting a short rest as we're talking? The 30 minutes.
you want to attempt a short rest?
No, but I
Not
mean,
next to this.
Vistani, with your 14, you have heard tale of the dragons who were banished to the Nine Hells. It's actually a very, very common story, as Tiamat, the mother of the chromatic dragons, is the sister to Bahamut. And her exile to the Nine Hells for a heinous act is well documented in your records. You would know that wherever Tiamat goes, tends to be a flock after her. That being said, recently you were warned that Tiamat seems to be presiding over the third in particular. Whether this is a recent power change, you don't know.
Well, definitely, this is not going to be the first dragon that we'll most likely run into.
I think you mean the last.
Yes.
Calliste's look of despair grows. Viewing the group.
Is in charge of this special little layer of hell right now, which we were already warned about. But I would like to just find some place that is not near a dragon. That is not myself.
Just gonna look towards the city.
I say we try to, go around the perimeter of the citadel. Not necessarily go in, but look for something on the way. And if we don't see anything on the way, kind of circle it, have it in our view close enough, but
I
still
propose
find
that we
a
try
spot
not
for
to
rest.
die.
I like
Second.
that idea.
Yeah.
So,
Quietly.
quietly, the group goes. Yeah, not the first time today you guys have snuck past demonic or fiendish creatures. As that River Styx journey was like an hour ago.
Yep. And no spell slots to give us +10.
Yep. So, I need, firstly, who's leading the group through this? And,
Who has the most health?
I have 34.
I got 20.
Yeah, that's you.
okay.
You too.
Who's leading?
I will.
Alright, Icarus, go ahead and make a perception check and a group stealth check.
I'm praying to Bahamut. Don't know how much help he can give me here, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Perception was 22,
Nice.
and stealth was 29.
29, nice.
17 for stealth.
17 for stealth.
Got the 6.
Nice, okay.
Advantage.
No.
17. Sasha and Callisti are both fairly stealthy themselves.
Nice.
Callisti seemingly very well trained.
Technically, you're on my shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm just clanking.
Yeah, you're going.
I'm clanking very loudly on
Just-
those shoulders.
Yeah.
Callisti's such a goat, and it hurts me emotionally that we're disappointing her so much.
So much.
Oh, we've been a disappointment to her since we were framed for attempted assassination, so.
Right now, you're in the best case scenario.
Yep.
You guys are getting along real well for somebody who, tried to kill her in her sleep.
Yeah, falls from prison, man.
Yeah.
Wife died.
That wasn't her. Wasn't her. But
Sasha's
Doesn't run the
fault.
tight ship.
it was Sasha. Sorry, it was your actual wife. No. So, as you trudge through the sludge,
Sasha didn't die. She
Icarus
left
keeping
you.
a mindful
really?
eye out for any breathing buildings.
Yep.
Notice a couple here and there, where perhaps there were inhabitants, no longer, as it seems that here and there you can spot the heads of dragons just poking out of the mud, looking about before sinking back into the murk. Occasionally you'll see fellow wanderers, cloaked figures hiding their kind of sometimes large and particularly spiny features between dark robes with these large crooks just kind of raking through the murk, looking for something. These figures become more prominent the closer and closer you get to this chained city. But I would say for the most part, you guys are pretty quiet. Don't encounter nothing too bad.
Clink, clink.
Clink, clink, you do. But those who seem to notice don't seem to care.
That is as good as we are
So-
gonna get.
As you get closer, what are you guys looking for in particular?
We're looking for somewhere just to rest.
Somewhere to rest.
Somewhere to
Camp
camp, squat down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Some
Away
building
from
or
the
other that
dragon
doesn't
and
have
any
a
other
dragon in it.
dragons.
Yeah. I would also say, while traveling for about an hour doing this, I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure thing.
Okay, cool. That's fun. I can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Man. Sasha and Callisti are just on
What a range.
fire.
16.
16? That's a success.
10.
Failure.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Natural 20.
Success.
So
17.
22.
Success. Perfect. Okay, so those of you who failed, Icarus, your senses are becoming numb with the
The
scent, the view, and those of you watching as Icarus leads the pack falls over and collapses in the mud, unconscious.
God, I go and pick him up.
You go and pick him up, and just he is breathing very shallow. It's whatever toxic fumes are within the earth here are slowly killing more than probably just him.
Do you have any more health potions in your bag?
I do.
I'm gonna take one and feed it to. Do you want me to roll or do you want me to roll? I'm sorry that we're using these all up. Actually,
That's
no
what
wait,
they're
no
here
wait, no
for.
wait, no wait. Instead of
This is an important time. Yeah.
It's an important time in your life when you're trudging the endless swamp.
and then I'm gonna kind of like if we have like a scarf or something, just to kind of like make a mask to
Mm-hmm.
keep the fumes from. So after I've stabilized him,
We can cut up my cloak.
I
Well,
assume that
possibly about to take this rest. I can cast Cure Wounds on him. Give him
But the thing is if we go to sleep, or if we rest and we're breathing this in.
That's true.
I'm stabilizing him regardless.
No, I know, but I'm saying
It's worth noting he's not dead.
I know he's not
just
dead.
incapacitated from the fumes.
Okay,
I'm
I'm stabilizing him regardless.
I'm carrying him.
Okay. Who's taking lead now?
I guess I'll take the lead.
All right, that's Donnie.
I'm right behind her.
You can make a perception check, and everybody else can make Constitution saving throws.
That is a
Even me?
dirty 20.
Yes, you too.
Dirty 20.
What you gave one?
Sorry, 12 plus 7.
19.
19.
You're good.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Okay.
And you're on my shoulders.
14.
14. Okay. Gwen, you feel Icarus just slowly starting to get quieter as you carry him, and Nastani, the fellow on your shoulder seems to have slumped over.
He's napping.
Callisti and Sasha are both looking like they're struggling, but they're conscious for now.
Does it seem like the city doesn't have as much of the fumes of the bog?
The city is above an abyss. But you notice, I would say, as you've gotten to the second hour of marching towards the city, getting closer to the outskirts of the pit, the sinkhole, rather, you see that there are many of these large bone bouldery structures sticking out, and there are multiple buildings that are chained to them, sticking kind of out of the murk, barely clinging onto the edge, almost giving the pit this worm tooth-like appearance. As you're here, looking about, you've been told a little bit of what you're looking for. Something called the
Severed Citadel.
Severed Citadel. And as you look about, there are many buildings, but a couple stand out to you nearby. There's one that seems to be quite a large building, still resting on the side, where it appears that many of these hooded figures are dragging massive chains towards nearby bony rocks, and look to be in the process of outfitting it to be clung to the side, like many of the others sinking down beneath. There are a few that, two in particular, that seem to be almost crushed houses that are slowly slipping into the mire sinkhole. Neither of them seem inhabited, though. There's one that catches your eye, in particular. It appears to be a large column of a building that has been almost cut, like a bamboo stick. You can see the layers of the building that was once above it, but you see the two large chains kind of wrapped around the nearest large bone rocks. One of these buildings seems promising, if not what you're looking for, at least in the direction of perhaps safety from the murk.
I'm gonna lead us toward those.
Which one? There's the two houses, there's the still standing one, and then there's the one that is kind of chained and leaning off the edge.
The still standing one is the one that the hooded figures are going towards?
Well, there's a couple of them dragging the chain, kind of slowly looping, these frail creatures that you've seen wondering about the murk.
The severed building, the two falling, and the one still standing.
Mm-hmm.
The one still standing has the hooded figures pulling chains.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, severed one seems to be like what we're looking for, but we're all kind of not in a place to.
You tell me. Felicity looks around. You told her time was of the essence, but...
I know time is of the essence. But what do you think? I mean, I point to each of the buildings out.
We have no input.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
Felicity looks around. Is the idea that trying to get out of the murk?
Yes, mostly.
I would be fine with heading towards either of the towers. Then I don't know how much fight the group has left in them, seeing the current state, but I don't think there's much of a choice, as the only way to the city is by climbing down the chains.
Later for you. I can fly.
Oh, you can.
Hey, Chris, you should...
Not right now.
I roll over on her shoulder.
Spread them out.
I'm cradling you.
Oh, I roll over in her arms.
Towers it is then.
Which tower? The one with the guys dragging the little chain, or the one that's kind of sliding into the sinkhole?
Do you think we can safely sneak past them to get to the one chaining?
You are the people who led me on this God's forsaken journey.
And I apologize for that. And I will every day of my life.
It's a start.
Where are we going? I guess. I can't ask you because you're unconscious. I'm gonna go to the one that they're chaining because it's the most stable.
Okay. So you guys start marching off in that direction. Are you doing this stealthily or just... Okay. Group stealth check. Those of you carrying an unconscious body, disadvantage.
I've had disadvantage anyways. This could work out better for us.
You guys get to be carried. You get the Chris treatment.
Yippee!
13?
7.
Yeah. The two of you aren't doing too hot, and neither is Sasha.
Aww.
Callisti is still just trudging through, but the group is more tired than stealthy at the moment. And as you begin to march past, trying to keep a wide berth around those looping the chain, just very slowly dragging massive metal through the mud. You eventually go around the rock, You don't see anybody. The door's open to this manor of sorts.
Are there any windows?
There
Manor
are,
of
and
manners.
you notice that the building looks fairly unfinished. The roof is almost non-existent. There are chunks of walls that haven't
We've
yet to
stayed
be
in
built.
worse places.
You approach it.
I'm trying to see if there's anyone
Oh.
inside the building.
Make a perception check.
Nope. 4.
Doesn't appear to be.
Beats jail.
So, nobody appears to be inside.
I truthfully don't care.
Cautiously.
Because I passed out.
Even if I don't see anybody, I still know there's people outside who are chanting it. So, regardless of me not thinking there's anyone in there, she still cautiously goes in.
So, as you approach the front door, there is only one of them in a two-door kind of space. And as you put your first foot on the steps, you hear a voice hissing from above. Who dares step upon my throne?
I'll back away.
And Nastani, as you slowly back away with the unconscious fellow on your shoulders, you kind of push the plate mail out of the way to see a large snake-like head coming around. And what you recognize from your textbooks to be a green dragon. As it looks down on you, it grins.
Green dragons. What are their temper? What is this known for?
What is it? Make a history check, Nastani.
Dragon persuasion.
Yeah, well, let's hope they don't have any
18.
animosity in hell.
18.
18. You have had the opportunity to actually meet a green dragon before. They
Had a
can
meet and
be
greet?
fairly social.
Autograph signing?
They can be notorious for backstabbing, as well as deceit. They're mostly
That's no different from anyone else down here.
selfish individual, like most chromatic dragons, in a generalization. However, you know that they're typically, unlike some others, say a red dragon, or a black dragon, or a blue dragon, or a white dragon, they are typically considered the most calm and reserved before melting their victims.
Yippee! Cool. That's cool.
A little worm has come to my throne. Do tell me what offerings you bring.
The green dragon looks at the two unconscious
No,
Pokey
I
carrot.
started trying to tell
You see
the first part
Callisti,
of that.
who is just slowly disappearing.
That's okay.
Just
Yeah.
sinking.
Yeah, sinking in, like, you know, the mud slowly just. Yeah.
Okay. Are these dragons known for taking money?
You actually would have known some green dragons, you know, own businesses and typically are merchants. Cutthroat, greedy, but the most civilized of the chromatics.
Godwin's been a blue dragon the whole time.
No, it's a gem. It's a little worse.
I know.
These are green.
I did not know I was
I'll
stepping
call it
upon
blind.
your throne.
The speaker.
Oh, the speaker! John Paul, save us! Oh, it got unplugged.
John Paul, go home.
John Paul, go! Go to your home! Go home, John Paul, go home!
Go to your room.
Go to your home!
Go to your room.
Oh, the speaker system's the one thing that's not upgraded since season 1. Spoiler alert. But we will get back to this.
Maybe next
John
year.
Paul, if you press the on button at the top of the speaker.
Inspiration, he said.
Get it.
Yeah.
Inspiration for John Paul.
Yay! Everybody clap. Oh, I'm in the audience. for that.
He's got to hear it, guys.
Quick.
We're just doing your
So-
holy work.
As you were saying, Nastani.
I did not know I stepped upon your throne, my liege. I can only offer a spare amount of the money I have with me.
Spare.
Not spare. I apologize. I misspoke. The little money I have, I can offer to you.
You see the claws now kind of coming from the top of the roof. Now realizing why the roof might not be there.
I will leave you in your throne, B. And I can offer this. And I put 30 platinum down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so little.
I do
Do
not.
stay and entertain me with conversation.
May I let my compatriots go if I stay with the conversation?
I don't see why they wouldn't talk too.
I would
Hopefully
be-
they are as well versed as you. Maybe we could split the little one.
No, that would also be my compatriots.
Heyo.
It's really, really rock hard. Like, you're not
Oh.
gonna. It's gonna be like a jawbreaker.
What knowledge do you want in return of my safety staying here?
You seem important, wormling. Do tell where you come from. You smell of the surface.
Is my importance that I come from the surface?
Oh. I would say the importance is in your horns.
Yeah. I'm wearing a hat, actually.
I can smell it. The scent of Arksa.
That may be the truth, but there may not be much importance in someone in exile.
Exile to the hells.
Not specifically to the hells, but exile nonetheless.
Go on. The dragon is now 1 foot down into the murk, coiling around a very large green dragon that seems to have cornered you, as it were, and the rest of the party by proxy.
Yep. What tales of the surface would you like to know?
The green dragon ponders for a second. Make a persuasion check.
Please, ponder.
Yeah.
Please ponder, please ponder. You said persuasion?
Mhm.
Okay.
23. Good diplomacy there. The dragon seems intrigued. It has been some time that they have heard of any stories. Perhaps longer than you've been around. As the dragon thinks to themselves, tell me a story from Arksa. Such a exotic land.
Do you request one of my own tales, or do you request a fable from home?
I haven't heard either. So, tell me your best.
My best.
Keep me entertained in this way.
Is there any way, like, while this is happening, I could attempt to give, like, Icarus CPR? I'm so
Puts
worried!
Icarus in the mug and starts chest compression. He sinks.
The mug's like going in.
Hold him up.
Quinn could probably do that, actually.
Gwen might. We can
Just stand
certainly
above
try.
them.
I'm just worried about us staying in the poison.
Yeah.
Are we out of the murk?
You're, on the threshold, like, kind of the first steps of her keep, as it were.
Or keep?
If we're out of the murk, then I won't worry about it, but I'm sorry.
So we're still in the murk.
Kind of.
Okay. Shall we get in a more comfortable place in your lovely throne so I can get comfortable while I tell you tales?
Make a persuasion check.
We appreciate the concern.
Yeah, we appreciate
We
that.
do. We do. It's nice.
I mean, it's a 10. Regardless, I want you to be comfortable while I entertain.
Paid her to tell her the story.
You may enter,
Thank you, my lady.
and the large claw just pushes the one door open. Inside, you see festering corpses, boiled, likely from the poisonous breath that it spews, slowly crumpling
I,
them.
I assume that I have Rigby and my baby Bjorn.
Yeah.
But even with that, she is going to pull her posture up, and Nistani is going to stroll in as if it is one of her own court.
As you stroll in, the dragon moves
Just-
overhead.
Just to kind of not let it show that it's affecting.
As you enter, you may wait where I keep the other meals, and you watch as delicately the claws pick up one of the corpses by the head and just drops it into their mouth before nestling kind of up on the rafters of where the roof is, the head careening down and looking in. It is dry in here. The only bad smell seems to be coming from the corpses, but it seems that they're kind of kept in a special way to make them more flavorful versus the mud outside.
They've been marinating.
Lovely.
Ruminating. So, what story do you tell?
Let's see. I guess I would start maybe with one of the fables of Arxa.
Okay.
Try to decide which of the two that I have in my lore that would be most suitable to tell a green dragon. They're both fables.
Yeah.
Or maybe. Maybe actually because of no, I'm not actually because the morals for those are probably not good to tell to a green dragon that can kill me. She's actually going to tell her the tale of the creation of the Atolva.
Okay. Interesting. So, you can opt to tell this story if you want to, or you can make a performance check.
Like, I mean, I can read this verbatim if you want it, but
Up to you.
I can. Okay. I'm just gonna.
You wrote it, you might as well.
I might as well because my performance is not. Would you like to know of the myth and legend of the Atolva?
Picking up another corpse. Do go on.
Okay. Well.
The crunch of bones.
Before I do go on with this, are you familiar at all with the traditions of Arxa?
No. Sifts through more of the corpses.
Okay. Just wanted to know how much of my tale I can tell.
Go in detail.
Alright, I'll go in detail. I can't do the cracking thing that you do. Can you? Thank you. She doesn't do that. She's not. Yeah, let's go. Let's
That was
start.
the sound of the bones the dragons eat.
Yeah. That was the crack.
JP, where's the pulley work?
Yeah, come on.
Come on,
We don't let you
jump,
sleep here for
jump,
free.
Oh! You already have inspiration for being an audio hero. Yeah, that was a big
Gladly
one.
take it if you give it to me.
Could only have one at a time.
You have it
I don't
already.
have it.
Oh, you don't?
You got
I
it for
got
fixing
it for
the
fixing
sound.
the sound. But you can have it for
You
this
couldn't
one
hear
too.
because you were still at
You
home.
pick your favorite one.
Pick the reason.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Uh-huh. Why?
I don't know, because I might die by the hands of a dragon.
Better hope it's a good story.
Okay. So, the Gemota is an Oxen tradition in which there is more than one eligible for the throne, where you have to prove your worth to ascend to the throne. On the first Gemota, there were the tale of three. There was Bagrat, Dato, and Badissa. Bagrat, of the three was determined to be the one to inherit, so he became greedy with power and learned that if he can consume crystals in the ores, he gained the knowledge. And with that power and greed, he learned that with every creature he slayed in his path, if he consumed them as well, he learned their knowledge.
What interesting concept.
I know, I probably, yes. Miss Donnie realizes her mistake.
Yeah. The two of you can go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Bagrat learned that. Yeah, this is. I realize out of all my stories, none of them are good to tell. None of them are good to tell.
They look pretty impatient. Tell the story.
I'm telling the story. Can I actually just roll for performance? Because I'm getting scared and I don't want to read anymore.
Oh, you could, but you've already started.
I have already started. I'm trying to, because I don't want to. There's a lot that
And
I
the
wrote.
more time you spend, the more chances they get to clear the air.
Hey,
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I got stories
So-
to tell, man. Wake me up.
Can I actually, like, is there hard floor in here?
Yeah.
Can I, like, lay Icarus down
Sure.
and,
Unless you just wanted a baby cradle.
I mean, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
But, I kind of want to
Ew.
kneel next to Icarus and I don't know if it's a good idea to start trying to resuscitate him in front of the dragon. I don't think it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Anyways, I'll just-
Not at least where she seems to be keeping most of her like snacks.
Yeah, no, I know. That's like where I'm like, but I will
Yeah.
have him on the ground and kneel and watch him until.
With this new discovery, Bagrat became a different self. The deep urge to collect and consume knowledge led him to consume the crystals of the bodies of the dragons he slew in his path.
Crystals like the ones that grow on you.
Getting to why it's a bad idea to do this.
It must be some great reason.
That will interest a dragon.
Gaining the very essence into their own, the hysteria began to affect the soul and self, losing who they are and losing anything they can be. It transforms his very self. You can tell because the Atolva become hollow, their eyes,
Oh.
stars embedded into them almost.
And you have such beautiful eyes.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a charisma check.
Oh God!
Yeah. And the two of you make another Constitution. Come on.
No!
Save.
One of these
20.
days.
Nice.
15.
That'll just do it. So,
We're back in it.
God.
what'd you roll, Gwen?
18 plus 3, 21.
21.
21. You just notice the slow blinking, the large eyes.
We are not trying to seduce the
Emerald
dragon, by the
green.
way, audience. We're not.
Seems to be enjoying the
Gold
flattery,
here.
allowing you
And-
to live as long as it seems appeased.
And black ichor oozing from every scale and crevice on the body. I know, wouldn't be very flattering on you.
I think she could make anything work. However,
And as you look up, there is a massive dragon above you.
I'm just gonna, because it, and I'm gonna like
Yeah, I'm
speak.
being baby cradled right now.
Yeah, you feel your arms and legs in front of you.
I think I'm kind of like everyone knows I'm awake, but I'm staying frozen.
Yeah, the helmet, you guys definitely see lift up.
I'm just trying to get a quick vibe check of the room right now.
Make a perception check. Icarus, much to the same effect, you your eyes slowly open, hearing Gwen complimenting somebody's eyes, and as you look around, she's not talking to you or anybody else
Dang it.
in your party.
Man.
But as you look over, a massive head of a dragon that looms just right by.
I got a 12.
You got a 12 for pretending to be asleep? Or
No, perception.
for perception, right?
Yeah.
You see festering corpses decaying bones slowly being rotted away. And you watch as this massive dragon picks up a corpse by the head, shaking it a bit till the spine slides out and just begins to chew on it.
I'm in the arms of Dragon.
Yes.
Dragon home.
Yeah, you can't move. You are very much, you're stuck in that baby Bjorn.
Yeah, I'm stuck in that baby Bjorn, and I'm just, I'm like, oh, this
I
rides
noticed
my
both of
way.
them waking up, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry. I think I should just stay silent.
Oh, I'm not pretending to be asleep, but I'm not moving.
I would say, Gwen, you just see the helmet look up and just...
Anyway, also, his body cracked, and all of the souls he consumed trying to escape from the body. Not a very pretty picture.
Not built for the task at hand.
Yes. Well, this tale ends with he kills his brother Dato, and in a rage, the sister Badissa, in a 3-day battle, ends up vanquishing and conquering over Bagot.
Well,
But legend dictates that the people who believed in Bagot sometimes wander the lands of Aksar,
with no eyes.
no eyes, consumed with the obsession of learning knowledge, and not looking very pretty.
Quite honestly, it speaks to the weakness of the crystal dragons. I ate my clutch mates. All 27.
Like I said, it is only legend.
Waiting years to do so. Well, I suppose that's why you sit in your little kingdoms.
Obviously, I'm not sitting in my little kingdom now, and
No, you're exiled. Care to elaborate?
more so a exile I put upon myself for the protection of home,
Why would that be?
framed for murder.
Framed for murder. Picking up another corpse.
The tea. She is loving the tea.
Oh, how dreadful.
I do realize it is quite silly to admit that while I'm currently residing in hell.
And how did you wind up in the hells, might I ask?
A deal with the devil.
Well, now I must hear.
Can we get a number of corpses check?
There's maybe about... from when you woke up, it was about 24. There's probably closer to 20 or so.
So you guys just pulled a number. You guys are 25 and 26. You up. You
Get the
up.
sense, but I will say, at this point, Nastani has been stalling it long enough that everybody can mark off a short rest if you wish to.
God.
If you wished.
Oh, and I'm gonna burn so many hit dice on this.
Yeah. But Nastani is stalling.
Mm-hmm.
Chit-chatting, which is menial. You guys are allowed to sit.
Should I just like take all of my hit die?
Yeah, Icarus, if you're feeling brave, you can just go to sleep. You can use as many as you want.
I will declare 8.
I think I might also.
No, sorry, 4.
Yeah, I was like, that's bold. A bold strategy, Icarus. Let's see if it works out.
I was looking because it's d8s and I have a total of 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well go with the nuclear option.
Actually,
I'm like,
let me hang on. That would kind of be bad. Let me do 5 of them.
Okay. So. You never said.
Oh, that's so low.
hold on. I'm distracted by trying to do my thing. I apologize. Deal with the devil.
Yes.
Um,
Do tell.
the deal.
Be specific.
I made a deal with a bone devil on the first layer.
Bone devil.
Still a deal, nonetheless. Is it not? Not definitely not the first one I've made.
Where did you make a deal with the bone devil?
On the first layer.
That's odd. There's not many of them up there.
Well, I may have encountered one of the
Hopefully
few.
you like them.
But deal was to slay a pit fiend.
A pit fiend?
God, I did not this part.
Do tell more.
Yes, a pit fiend that had gone rogue up on the surface.
Can I make sorry. Can I make like a perception or investigation or something to see if there's a reason that she's so interested, like,
Make an insight check.
and why she hasn't like killed us?
Make an insight check.
Okay. But yeah, for spell slots.
17 plus 5 is 22.
22.
Sure is.
When, as you study the behavior of this dragon, part of it, you know, seems to have a focus on enjoying, in a way, dinner and a show, listening to stories, conversing with somebody who isn't stuck in the third layer of eternal swamp. Seems to genuinely be enjoying the company. However, that does not stop the often glances at the compatriots specifically lying on the ground and those lying limp, and looking at the pile of corpses diminishing over
should I-
time.
Should I stand up and be
I'm
active?
yarned up.
Yeah, he's tied to me.
Yeah.
I get stories to
See
tell.
if there's much of a preference to them,
Yeah.
but
I forgot where I was in my story.
the pit fiend.
Right. So the pit fiend, as per the bone devil up on the first layer, had gone rogue up on the surface. So we were told to take care of it. So we did the part of defeating it up on the surface, and we were thus sent down here to finish the job. That is why I ended up at your throne. But I would not call it a mistake. It was more so I do love having conversation. So
Call it a happy little accident.
The head turns towards Chris.
so me and my compatriots have come down here on a mission, but to have the pleasure of conversing with you is certainly a highlight.
There's not many pit fiends from this level. Very few, in fact. Those who are native are typically employed. Well, they were until Mother Dearest decided to lay claim for some time.
Well, again, that is merely just is the information I was given by that dear bone devil.
Who did this bone devil work for?
Would not say. Actually, someone in the Ninth Legion. Someone in the Ninth Legion? Someone in the Ninth Legion.
The dragon seems very confused. Ninth Legion?
I believe so, yes.
The bottom of Bator?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes!
That
May I see it?
is quite the discovery.
We almost got the name, but did not.
Ninth Legion is reserved for one of the upper lords.
I am aware.
Seems to me that you've got the attention of somebody very important. And subsequently has made me realize that you might not be as appetizing as you look.
Let's go.
Can we rest here?
I do hope my stories at least satisfied the appetite of conversation.
I am quite satisfied in that measure. It has been some time that I have talked to living overworlders, let alone not eaten them at the end of the conversation, but I suppose it is too early to say.
That's fair.
Yes, I will give you that.
So, a pit fiend. The head kind of careens, looking over what you presume to be the sinkhole, looking throughout the city. From here,
We were told to go to the Severed Citadel.
which part?
I guess the Bone Devil thought it would be a good twist for us to figure that out on our own.
Well, the most excellent news is that the lower section, one of them is located here.
Oh, like it's been severed.
What? It's crazy. I don't say that.
Icarus does. Oh, just on the floor.
Oh.
Brain dead.
Would it happen to be, are we near a window?
There's no roof.
There's no roof.
Yeah, there's the rafters, but...
Can I, see the, severed building that I see?
you know the general direction of it.
Would it happen to be further that direction?
The one clinging to the sides? Yes, that would be it. Though I was unaware that a pit fiend found claim to that. The citadel itself belongs to one of the archfiends within Glacia's domain.
I was told that this rogue pit fiend had been somehow employed by someone else, so...
Well, not to be one that spreads gossip, but...
Of course not.
We would never.
I heard tale of an altercation many years ago that led to Tiamat's mother's rise here, specifically in the Chained City. A altercation that left her scarred. That's when the Chained City came under new rule. That's when the Citadel arose. The one you speak of, the Severed. It earned its name as it was made to commemorate the loss of one of her heads. The fact that it is broken is merely irony.
So where would the other half of the Severed Citadel be?
Oh, it fell, like I said, down to Glacia's domain on the 6th.
Interesting. I feel that the Bone Devil may have missed that tidbit of information to share.
Dealings with devils, typically, and with what they want you to know.
And I do know that very well. As I said, not the first one I've made. Probably won't be the last.
Yes.
No shot.
You guys just being silent?
Yeah, yeah.
You guys like Toy Story Land?
I know.
No,
I
it's
wouldn't
not
say
the
like-
yap
like-
away over here,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm sitting up at this point,
Okay,
but I'm
okay,
not
okay.
like. I
I'm
don't really
napping.
have
I'm
anything bad.
joined up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's starting the long rest process.
Yeah. If I get woken up, fine. If I don't, great.
So out of interest, it fell into that abyss which leads to the other layers. Am I correct? Or
The abyss, of course, leads further down. But if you're talking about the citadel, chunks of it did fall when the head of Tiamat did as well. What was it? One of the white or green ones, I believe. No matter, she recovers quite quickly. That being said, I suppose it just tumbled when the chains broke, or perhaps it was moved intentionally, as I've heard that it still stands.
so there's most likely nothing in the half of the citadel that is here on the 3rd level.
Well, if you say that a pit fiend lives there, I believe it. It is an opening, it is a foyer. It has servants that move about it. It's nothing to compare to the 6th, of course.
Right.
But I find that the weather here is more amicable.
Knowledge of the 6th level.
Make a religion check.
Can I try?
Yeah, if you want to. Sure.
I think my religion is 0. I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
15.
17.
17. Okay, nice. I would say, you guys have known that there are 9 layers to the house. The name Glacia loosely rings a bell. And as being told, apparently that is the Archduke there. But other than that, neither of you really specialize in this field.
I send people to hell. I don't.
What
You
is
saw?
the difference in weather?
Glacia enjoys parading around her lineage. So, she likes it very hot.
I would definitely not be a fan of that either then.
No,
Not one bit.
it is dreary, dreadful, and dries the scales quite quickly.
Terrible. Terrible for the
That
scales.
would be horrible for your skin. And you have
Yeah.
such beautiful skin. Full skins.
I like you.
Like you do.
Maybe I won't eat you tonight.
Oh,
Very
that's
kind.
so sweet.
I'll let you ruminate in the bog outside. Let the juices of the mire soak in first.
At least it'd be tasting.
Although eating someone who has dealings with somebody on the 9th level probably wouldn't be very tasty.
True. True.
I do enjoy conversation.
I suppose so.
That was very polite intimidation.
I wasn't trying to intimidate them.
If what I suspect that you're dealing with one of the lower archdukes, I would be a fool to devour your corpses here. Should you not have completed some form of contract that you've signed unknowingly.
Which, unknowingly or not, I do know that we have to defeat this pit fiend completely
And you killed it,
on the surface.
but a while ago?
What time is it right now? It's been
It's been a
A
couple,
couple hours.
a couple hours ago, I would say.
Killing it in the cradle.
Yes.
I would hurry. Seeing as pit fiends typically are vulnerable and have a lot of friends.
Do we have your permission to leave, my lady?
Make a persuasion check.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Natural
Wow.
20. Persuasion?
Yeah.
Plus 6, so 26. Woo!
The dragon is thoroughly entertained, having had a fill while listening to stories and not tempted to eat your compatriots. She politely pushes the door open. I bid thee farewell.
I bid thee farewell. It is nice to see a beautiful dragon in the depths of this hell.
See my swagger.
It's good to see that the people above have not forgotten what true beauty is.
Oh no, no.
May I ask for your name so I can give thanks?
I suppose. Junras.
Jonas.
Junras.
Jonas. A beautiful name for a beautiful dragon.
Of course.
Well, I thank you for conversation, but we have a contract to finish.
Best of luck.
Thank you, my lady. And I walk out as calm. No, I don't speed out. I walk just as calmly out as I walked in.
Yeah. So I would say those of you who do not require a full long rest can mark off. If you only require 4 hours for a long rest, you guys can mark off long rest.
That'd be one.
That is her.
Is it just you?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's you and Callisti. So, but
It's usually
it's a
herb.
lot of
I'm at
stalling,
least 6 hours.
which was real good. So you guys can mark off short rests or long rest if applicable.
So would I be able to do both my do another short rest?
If you want to, sure.
I might as well just do the
Yep.
rest of the.
Go for it. So, heading back outside.
Well, am I still asleep in the baby Bjorn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still in the process.
I
Though.
guess.
Yeah.
I'm not up.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
Um,
I don't know if this is what you just asked. Can I do another short rest?
No, I did.
Take, like, the rest
And
of
yes,
it?
you
You can. Yep. You guys were talking for quite a while and entertained the dragon long enough that she did not choose to eat you.
I.
We'll do 2
Oh.
more.
Oh my god.
You
Why
went to
did you
get
not,
behind
like,
the rock or
pass out?
something.
Because Stani was trained to do well under stress.
Yeah.
You did very good. I'm very proud of you.
Do not say a word, Gemma. Far enough away. Do not say a word.
Yeah. You just feel a gentle hand like pushing you forward from behind as you look over, see Callisti, and then just a bone white Sasha who's just.
And I'm gonna.
Sasha got a full rest too. She's an elf. That's awesome.
That's great, Sasha.
That's great, Sasha. She's back up to 25.
I'm gonna
What a
sneakily
go.
start going, I guess, towards the citadel.
Okay. So, you begin to head towards the citadel.
Are you okay? I'm gonna like turn to everyone. Is everyone okay?
Are you okay?
What was
You just
that?
carried that bullets through that.
I think I'm okay. I'm just really, really glad for every lesson I've ever had. Praise be to God.
Okay. I'll take the lead. Just.
No, I'm
calm
fine.
down.
I'm fine. Felicity, Sasha, you okay? Everyone okay?
Callisti kind of nods, and Sasha just.
When I learned.
When we were there, we had. Let's just go. Gonna go. Go. Gonna go.
So, heading towards the sinking citadel, I would say it takes another good hour or so. But you know where it is. You're at the precipice, this edge that seems to where most of this noxious gas that ruminates here seems to drift off into the pit. So, no constitution saves this time.
Yay.
And I would say,
Bet I would fit.
you've been asleep in the baby Bjorn for an hour before you got there, the 4 hours that you were there, and then another hour. I would say you can mark off a long rest.
Good.
As long as you just kind of sit still for the rest of the ride.
Yeah, we needed that as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We out of
Yeah.
anybody, we needed you.
That's 7 spell slots.
Yeah. I am okay with that because I have at least
Huge.
2.
Huge.
It's huge.
And I have bullets.
So, as you
We have technology.
skirting around the edge of the sinkhole, Icarus is awake and the noises come back. Miss Sonny leading the way.
I guess so.
Go ahead and make a perception check, Miss Sonny. 18, pretty good. As you look down at where the entrance has now been carved, the stone has been obviously new stone stairs have been paved every once in a while to catch up with the ever sinking door going down the side of the cliff here. The chains are taut and old, but looking down, there appears to be a single imp sitting by the door. He is covered in mud and currently has what appears to be a petrified stick and is just scratching shapes into the muddy rocks next to him. He has a little hat on.
Can I, in Infernal? Hello.
Oh my god, no, we're not talking.
So you get close enough to where he can hear you. The imp looks up, holds the stick, and just...
Hi. Are you guarding this?
I was just gonna kill him.
We still can. And kind of...
Hey. Back.
Back.
No.
Back.
I'm guarding this place.
You're guarding this place.
No.
What's your name?
It's not someone else's doing the talking.
Blan.
Lon.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful name. So if we wanted to get, I'm not coming
The
any
stick is
closer.
threatening.
I'm not coming any closer. My hands are up. If we wanted to get in, how would we go about doing it?
Holding the baby bjorn, just like.
You need an invitation.
Invitation? So it's a party.
No.
No?
You need an invitation to enter
Uh-huh.
the House of Severed.
House of Seven.
The Severed,
Hey,
the Dusk. Yes.
while he's distracted, can I take out my guns that are invisible because I have the ring and shoot him?
Yep. Yeah, go ahead. Make an attack roll with advantage.
That's what I would have done.
I didn't shoot your dragon!
Yeah, that's...
There's a little...
power scaling might be a bit...
I wanted a friend!
There's a bit of a difference between antagonizing a large green dragon
And a small kid with a stick.
and one tapping it.
17
Why
definitely
would we
hit.
kill him?
Roll
I'm gonna
damage.
kill a small kid with a stick.
Why are we killing him?
But I'm
There's
Damon
no
George.
reason. 5 points piercing.
5 points piercing total.
And I'm taking out the other gun and shooting.
Go for it. Yeah, you get 2 of them. Make it with advantage.
22.
22 definitely hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15. Okay. So 20 total.
Yeah.
Just double check something.
If he's still alive, I shoot him with my sword.
No, he died a while ago. Yeah, no, they could maybe have up to 13. Yeah, as you're approaching, there's 2 like, and just as the imp is splattered, you watch as the stick flies up into the air, and a massive fireball is let loose just down into the pit, seeing that it was cooking. That little stick he was carrying had some potency to it.
Okay, alright.
As it sticks in the mud.
I was trying to
Pick
go
it
about
up.
this
You hop it down
discreetly.
and grab it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You run down and grab it, and it's...
I thought you were my baby boy.
I mean, he crawls out, I guess.
Yeah,
Checked out.
yeah.
I can crawl back in. Man.
No, I'd probably like let you loose this pit.
You drop down in the mud.
Good stick.
Okay, so you pick up the stick, and you can add a wand of fireballs into your inventory, or if you can't, I can.
That's huge.
That's
If you could, I would appreciate it.
yeah. Okay.
Huge.
It is missing 1 charge.
And we're fine with that.
So, as the imp is no longer guarding the door, fearless task force, what are you guys doing with your
Lead
grand
the
plan?
way.
Going in.
Okay.
Oh, actually, before I open the door, are we all ready for this?
I'm
What
as
choice
good
do we
as I am
have?
going to get.
Cocks the stick.
I'm like,
Actually,
It's missing
one more
one charge out of 7.
thing. Speaking of missing charges, for as long as it's been, is my heart back?
Typical. How long does it take to recharge? Is it next
It's
dawn?
once per day, I think. I'll
Okay,
double
it is
check
not
before you-
recharged then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, once per day.
I have a question. Have I felt anything from the sword?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. Just
I'm
it's-
fine. No, I'm fine with that. That's
It's just
A-okay.
vibing.
Yeah.
I am fine with just
Seems to be being patient.
cooler than being patient.
You do have to attune to the wand, just so you know, which is
Okay.
a long rest.
Okay.
Oh, dang it.
So the imp took the secrets with him, but
I
you
could
have
have
it.
gotten them out of
Should
them.
you get the chance to attune to it?
Okay.
So.
Fire doesn't work too well on demons anyway.
Why not?
You're right.
As you stand at the front door, you guys just go in?
Stealthily.
Okay.
Yes.
Group stealth check.
Let's do it.
At least I've got.
Okay.
Well,
Really hope you do well as a rogue. You would think.
Sasha got a 15. Callisti got an unnatural 20.
me too.
That's good.
Let's go 5.
5. Nice, nice.
10.
10. Nice.
18.
18. Good. That's a good one. What'd you get?
A natural 20.
Okay. Okay. Unnatural 20 with your what modifier?
Plus 11.
Okay.
Sounds like more successes than failures, hopefully.
Well, you know, the NPC's real decent. Let's hope that keeps up. So,
Bless you.
Bless you.
Is that first?
oh, okay. So, Nastani, as you push open the doors,
Never roll well on initiative.
it is a dark and dreary interior, but a foyer to what was possibly once a grand place at some point. There is a large chain-themed archway that seems to embellish and symbolize much of the chain themes here. This clinging to tradition, to the walls that they have. However, most of it is decayed, decrepit, rusted, and poorly maintained. The foyer is grand, though. A central hub with multiple doors leading to different places. There are various banners, what you can tell to be trophies of sorts, tapestries here and there, probably collected as trophies. But it's a fairly simple place. Looking about, you can see a few people with what appear to be small brushes trying to get the grime out of the floor as mud is seeping through. You watch as what appears to be a humanoid kind of steps forward, a tiefling. Oh, hey. Are you guests of the Lord?
Yes.
Make an deception check right now, Skinner.
Can I mark down my gunner goals to 4 enemies with guns?
You may.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would say he's technically named, but he wasn't a boss.
We named him.
We named
He
him.
was named
We
before
got his
you
name.
before you pulled the trigger behind him.
This is a straight deception check.
Yep, deception.
Yeah, sure thing. Well,
Thank you, Zaros, for that.
no one has any
incredible rating.
inspiration, dude. 14.
14.
I used mine to talk to a dragon.
The host of sorts kind of looks. All right. Well, as to all guests, you're free to look around, but don't touch nothing. Of course, the chambers for the bed are closed. The spring is open to guests, as well as the feast hall. If you would like a tour, if this is your first time, I can take you through it.
We'd love it all.
All right. Well, as he kind of begins to walk you through this decrepit, decaying fortress, kind of going over different intricacies of the architecture of the stonework, trying to embellish what he can, and then trying to divert attention of people trying to get the mud off the floor that's constantly seeping through.
I'm gonna actively avoid the mud to let him
Mhm.
know and only pay attention to him, so he knows I'm being attentive.
He seems kind of entranced in the job. It's very odd behavior from many of these servants that you see walking about. Ritualistic in a way. They seem to have patterns that they follow. This one, somewhat nervous at your presence, but seems to be doing his job regardless. As he parades you around through the different doors, there's a few places that catch your attention. Namely, the first one being the nicest room that you've seen in quite some time. A very well-kept black obsidian bathhouse with a large pool of many fauceted heads just pouring in this beautiful bluish-green water.
Miss Sonny's just like hard eyes.
You are, of course, guests of the Lord, so if you wish to take a moment to rest, you may. The waters here are directly brought from Kenya and are said to have restorative properties for quick recoveries after long days, of course.
I have a pop quiz for Icarus.
Okay.
What's Kenya?
Okay, just like trying to see if you recognize that word.
Yeah.
Make a religion check.
This is my record?
You can make a religion check.
15.
You make a religion check. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Wow, okay. What's that total?
Religion 21.
21.
15.
14.
14. Icarus, you're not really sure where that is. It might be like a glacier. Maybe spring water or something. That's typically what it is. They try to upsell it all the time in northern Cilicia.
My spring
what about
water
frog
recast
stuff?
by
Yeah, you know
gold.
about frog stuff, springs, this kind of, You get the, it says you've definitely heard that word before? Not really sure.
More of a bog guy.
More of a bog
myself,
guy,
yeah.
right? That's not Kenya. Kenya's not a bog, you don't really care.
It's not about
Nastani. Kenya sparks interest because it is one of the lowest layers of the Nine Hells. It is the 8th layer, the frozen over realm, where many of the most dangerous creatures come from.
Perhaps after our tour is finished.
Of course. Right. So, moving on to the next room. The Hall of Vanquish is, it's a trophy room of sorts for the Master. It's where he keeps his artifacts and trophies over battles of the years. If you would like to peruse for a minute.
I want to peruse just to like see.
I want to prove.
I want to peruse.
Yeah. So you guys go in. I would say they are two different feelings as the two of you walk in. You see an amazing collection of beasts, creatures, of different menagerie of slain animals of sorts.
I was looking for heads. Yeah.
Oh,
I was seeing
yeah.
if it was heads or weapons.
There's some heads. But Nastani, the heads are the only thing you can focus on, as most of them are the heads of crystal dragons.
Oh, look at that one.
This one looks like you.
That one's pretty.
Can I recognize any of them?
Probably not. But they have been severed and mounted. Some of them are chromatic dragons. Some of them are metallic dragons. A collection, really. An attempt to gain one of every type.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Is there like a plaque in here with like his name, like the master's name?
No plaques that you can see. But there are lots of things on display in this room in particular. There are blades, there are gauntlets, there are many different sorts of treasures behind some of them glass boxes, some of them kind of on pedestals with servants kind of standing at the side.
Do they look the same as the man that's like glossed over?
They have a similar appearance, however, these are armored. They seem to wear little metal masks, but kind of walking by, they seem to be out of it, in a way.
I'd like to ask, so where's the master at now? Where's he?
The master is...
Master...
The master is waiting in his bedchambers. He has been home for a surprising amount of time, as we have not seen him for quite some time, since he was called by his superiors.
His master.
Yes. Yes, his master.
Master.
Make a make a deception check. I'm trying to get him to say it.
This reminds me of my favorite theory of Avatar. That Zuko knows none of their names, so that's why he introduced himself as
Hi,
Zuko
hey.
here, Zuko here, and the attempt that they would also say their names.
19.
It's a good one.
It almost slips for a second before. Yes. His master on the 6th.
Master on the 6th, yes, I know the one.
Yes, the original owner of the
Say no more.
keep.
Can I make an insight check? Is it like when the Bone Devil was talking to us and he was like, I can't give more information?
I
Is
would
it
say
that
it's
type of-
fairly apparent that there are words that are trying to say, but having to almost refresh and pick new words rapidly.
New choice.
No,
New choice.
no law classes down here.
Law
So,
class?
so my lord has not been home for long.
No, this is the first time he's been home. In years.
A while, yes.
How old is your lord?
No! We already know this. We already know this.
I've served him for the better part of 4 millennia.
I just mean right now. Is he a baby?
Wow.
Is he a toddler?
You
Is
don't
he
look
an
a day
infant?
over 1 millennium.
Twitching faces.
Shall we continue the tour?
Yes. He then skips over what appears to be a locked chamber door with what appears to be wards of sorts blocking.
Is that not open?
The bed chamber. Off limits to the guests. But moving on. The feasting hall where you are welcome to have your fill. Are any of you going in there?
I'm
Is-
quite full, thank you.
Probably for the best, as the scent of rotting corpses
Yeah.
catch your nostrils pretty quickly. A smell that you probably should be getting familiar with.
Yeah, nose blindness.
Yeah, right? It's not good.
Are we in a Febreze
Yes,
commercial?
it's not the best, but it's.
As he moves to another set of closed doors. This is the war room, where the master plans with his lessers and uppers.
Oh, yes.
War room, you say?
Yes, yes.
Also off limits to guests?
It is closed. I imagine.
Closed, but not allowed.
He seems to not know.
Oh.
He gives a push on the door and it kind of gives way. I do not know why the doors are closed.
Well, sometimes doors just close. Not every door's meant to be open, or else there would be no purpose in having doors.
He moves on.
It's like, I don't know what that means.
This is the library where the master stores his texts for the better part of his stay here.
We should check that out. Any
You guys going in
diaries?
Are you going in?
I asked him if there's any diaries.
The master would keep personal things to his private quarters.
As one would, naturally. Yeah.
Is there anything like a tile that says Lord something's private
Private.
library?
I'm fishing.
You're not catching much.
What do you guys think about the tour? It's been lovely.
I think it's been you are a lovely tour guide.
I agree. I agree.
Best tour I've had in ages.
I'd keep you around for 4 millennia.
And 4 more past that.
He moves on to another door. Kind of gesturing, not really anybody in front of him, but once again going through these motions. The ritual chamber where the master can talk to the uppers should he wish to.
Yes, your master.
Yes, the Lord.
Yes. I'm kind of looking at you. I'm like,
Yeah.
you gonna say
So
something?
is the door to the ritual chamber open?
It is, yeah.
Empty?
Are you going in?
Can I take a look?
Taking a look inside, there appears to be a large sigil at the center of the room. There are scrolls, there are books kind of in a large circular room. There are several servants who are just kind of kneeling, waiting by the side. As you kind of take a step in, they don't really seem to be paying much attention to you. But if you would like to investigate this room further, you may.
I don't think so at the moment.
Okay. So those continuing at the
Running out of robes.
yeah. Next, he kind of gestures towards what appears to be a very gated door, in a way. There are metal bars that seem to have been slammed and forced into the ground here, breaking the stone, separating this hallway in particular off. This was once the training grounds, the armory too, but has been blocked for some time. We are no longer permitted. And as you look down, it appears that the hallway continues for a bit before natural stone takes over and almost begins to careen in a snake-like pattern further down.
Is there a
Leading
reason
somewhere outside.
why?
The master deemed it so.
You know, see, bars are different distinction than doors. You know, doors can be open. Bars, stationary.
Maybe U.S. Samurai.
And kind of going up this, gesturing towards a large staircase that begins to kind of spiral around the tower. This is the path to the observatory. What's left of it? Charts that were taken from the Prime and brought back here once they were here. They are no longer here. The tables that would show the stars themselves in the Prime, depending on where you wanted to view them. It was helpful to the previous Lord.
Yes, yeah, that sounds very interesting. I think we should see. Doors are open, right?
Mhm.
I think we should go
I think
see
that,
that.
yeah.
That seems very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a star guy myself.
So, traveling up these stairs,
How about the star guy myself?
you see the kind of dark sky of the third layer above. This chamber has been almost torn in two. However,
Into what?
three of you get a very unsettling feeling looking upon this room. As looking at the remnants of the table that was once at the centerpiece, as well as the architecture and the style, are all too familiar. The three of you recognize the globe-like table that you found long ago in the ruins under the lighthouse. Not the same, but very similar.
Almost like.
What a lovely table!
Half
So
of it's
wait, the towers have been severed, the ruins have been severed, the citadel is severed.
This one was taken from the upper planes and brought here by the previous Lord
The one who resides in the 6th, yes?
Yes.
I'd like to look at the gang and kind
Invisible gun?
I am an assassin.
Do you know what the
No,
purpose
I have
of
a
the table
flail.
is?
From my understanding, when it was still functional,
Morning Star, actually, sorry.
around 5 millennia,
Just enough
it was used to view the stars. It was used to view places. Was a fascination of the previous lord. Hobby, obsession, project.
Why did it stop working?
The lord had to leave.
And he was the only one that could operate it.
They constructed it. I presume so.
So there's multiple.
It's a copy from what I've been told.
Interesting.
Yeah, just empty, or the scraps of things,
Make an
scrolls,
investigation check,
etc.
Go for it.
Came up here. Would really like to find a map either out or down.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah,
plan.
but that's preferable.
Scared to touch anything.
19.
Yeah.
19, nice. So, looking about Rigby, it is a pretty picked over place. It seems that any major documents that were once here have definitely been removed. It looks intentional. It looks that whenever this was severed, there was a plan to do so. That being said, looking from maps, you do find quite a few charts. Charts of Avernus, of some of the lower levels as well. Specifically, one of Glacia's domain on the 6th.
Anyone using these?
The kind of attendant turns. Not been touched for some time. I would ask the Lord.
Could I ask the Lord? Ask the Lord? Ask the Lord?
Yeah.
Ask the Lord?
I suppose when he is out and about, I can do so for you.
Oh, this is very important, though. You know,
We aren't allowed to
we could
disturb
pay
his
for them, or
money means nothing to us.
well, I didn't say money, did I?
Oh.
Maybe we don't go ask the Lord ourselves.
No.
I look at the gang.
Is that a preference that he just doesn't want to be bothered? Or
It's of the Lord's command. The door may not open without his
Signal?
Signia?
Signia?
ring.
Sigma.
Oh, ring.
Signet? Is
Yes.
that a word? Yeah, yeah.
did we catch your name?
I am the attendant.
Ah, yes, the attendant. Yes.
Keeper of the keep, if you will.
You want to call you Keith?
Keith?
Keith. Keith. Now that's a lovely name. I'll call you Keith.
He just kind of gives a nod.
You know, Keith. Just between us friends, I've been an attendant of a master myself, and sometimes they don't want you to say anything, but that doesn't mean you have to say the word. You can say things around the word. Don't be afraid to say it, because technically it's not breaking the rules now, is it?
You're free to wander through the doors you may open. And you kind of watch as he gives a bow
To the war room.
and walks out.
I've got lockpicks.
Can I
I can open
follow
any
him?
doors.
Sure, yeah, you follow him. He
I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you. I was just curious. Have you ever left the tower?
not to my memory.
Has any guest that's come in the tower left the tower?
Not in my recent memory.
Is that on purpose? They don't want to leave? Or-
Guests are rare. the Lord
Mhm.
visit. So only people who wish to deal with the Lord visit. Should the Lord deal with them himself?
I appreciate your time and everything you've done for us. And
He gives a curt bow and continues walking downstairs.
do not touch anything. Do not go anywhere.
I'm keeping the maps.
Maybe not.
Let-
No.
Are you
don't know
a
if
great
you've
sketch
heard.
artist or
Yeah.
just doodle?
I don't
I
know.
can sketch.
Well, how
These are
much
very
time
detailed
we-
charts. It would take you a couple hours to transcribe each.
I don't know if you heard. He's never left the tower.
Oh,
Yeah,
millennia.
he
He
seems
has never left the tower.
No
seems
offense.
very
No
fishy to me.
guest
I kind
has
of-
left the tower.
I've kind of gotten that implication when we met him.
Also, can we just start talking mentally now? I know now I'm prepared for it, so it won't be as scary. But I think that would be best than
Given
talking
where we
out
are,
loud.
I don't know if that would make a difference.
Hey, you never know. But war room.
We're going to the war room. That's where you want to go.
I got my maps. Now I want to go to the war room and get some other information. I do not think this is Damon, actually. I think this is maybe an underling of Damon. That's what I've kind of picked up.
I think Damon is not that as powerful as that. As to have underlings. Personally. Or maybe that's just my personal bias.
He was powerful enough to kick my butt around a couple times.
Well, most pit fiends are. I would assume.
Want to turn closely? Thoughts?
Callisti and Sasha both have been fairly quiet in observing most of this. Callisti kind of, I think a good idea would be to see if there's a way out of the hells in perhaps the artifact room or perhaps the summoning room or perhaps the war room.
I agree.
As much as I love this manhunt, escaping the hells should also be on the list of,
Priority.
yes,
Damon
as
Hunt.
we cannot bring word to the sovereign if we do not get out of the hells.
Fair point.
Alright.
Right.
Well, should we go back to the artifact room first?
You guys tell me where you want to go. You can split up if you want, or go to the
Nah.
bathhouse and take a
No,
bath.
no splitting up.
My level of sketchiness, which I kind of gathered, was like artifacts, ritual room, war room being the sketchiest.
I kind of wanted to go to the library.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So where are you guys heading first?
I got what I came here for. I feel confident.
No.
Let me stink.
Yeah.
That mystic.
I think Gwen's gonna go to the library.
Should we be splitting up?
No.
I shall also go to the library.
Everybody going to the library?
Yeah.
Alright, so as you walk into the library, it is quite ancient. There are not many books, but mostly scrolls kind of placed on lattice racks here and there. There are attendants who seem to be taking out each scroll, dusting them very carefully, and then putting them back. This process continues as they just rotate throughout the entire room endlessly, keeping pristine condition on many of these.
I wanted to look up any information on pit fiends in general, and like if there's a hierarchy, if there are specific people in that hierarchy, if there is a hierarchy.
I mean, I would say you learned about the hierarchy of the devils from your previous lookings through the library, so you know that there's a hierarchy.
Can I look up specific information about that hierarchy, like who would be in it?
If you're looking for names within a certain lineage, that might be hard to find, but you can read Infernal, and if you're willing to spend time,
I know how much time we're willing to spend.
I'm telling you all, you don't have to be here with me.
I'm saying that we probably shouldn't separate ourselves when we're stuck in hell.
I think we should nudge one of those people dusting the scrolls and see if they scratch it.
No.
Yeah?
Is there anything?
Do you want?
No.
Hey, Chris is push me on.
Yeah, see what happens.
Please do not. Please. Is there anything about the Prime?
About the Prime Realm, what language do you read?
Not infernal.
Abyssal, Draconic, Elvish, Primordial, Undercommon.
None of these scrolls are legible.
Yeah, I figured. Well, I've done all I can do.
Gwen, you can start reading through them slowly if you wish to, but I would say dusting through them, these are not really curations of hierarchies. It's moreover just little stories from here and there, as far as you can tell. Make an insight check. As the only one who can read.
I got
In a
it.
strange situation.
Damon is the little boy that the fortune teller told us to get.
True. You figured it out.
Maybe he was that kid.
You
with the
said
snake.
insight?
Yep.
I'm ready for
Who
it.
needs her to figure out all our
18
lore?
plus 5.
We got this, guys.
Tell me the number.
18 plus 5. No.
23.
It's 23.
She has to learn.
Oh, my bad. I can't stop it.
I know. So,
Input,
looking
output.
throughout these scrolls, there is a commonality that you find. While most of them are stories and fables and little anecdotes about places, they do seem to have this common theme of ancient magic. A study on rumors and stories of magic and origins of said magics, but not divination or anything like that. With your 25, 23, I would say the specifics that you find, these ancient scrolls are about the origin of chronergy and trying to trace the roots.
Man, Herb would love that.
And
Who was, when we were in the ruins, what was the thing that you got your statue replaced for? Was it Chronology?
nope.
Eternity.
Eternity, okay.
Chronology was Kirani Illicar.
How
Does that name
exciting.
pop up?
You've been through maybe about 10 or so of the hundreds of scrolls in here. So if you would like to spend the next hour or so, you can probably speed read through a lot of them just looking for a
We don't
name.
have another hour. We're losing our chance to strangle a baby.
Come on, we gotta just like get him in the cradle.
Well, how about she stays here with what's her face and Elaine, and we go check out the war room and what's it called? Sorry, a little bit confused. Haven't fulfilled my bloodlust yet.
The bathtub.
No, not the bathtub. The circle, the
Summoning?
Ritual.
summoning.
The ritual room.
Summoning. Thank you.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
We go to the ritual room. We summon
You're mocking
Damon.
me.
Hey, come in my work, guys. I mean, we.
So, where are you guys going? Or are you standing
War room.
back to look through scrolls, Gwen?
War room?
War room.
I'll go with them.
So you're going to the war room?
Yeah, we are.
So, once again, giving way, the doors gives a little bit before stopping. And Icarus kind of just looking up, there's a chain that seems to have it just barely locked.
Can I shimmy in?
Make a dex check.
He
I
said,
don't think I actually want to.
well, he
Make
said
the dex
one-
check.
the doors that were closed.
Make the dex check. You
Okay.
shimmied.
Dex check. He shimmied.
I'm not convinced I did.
I am.
You.
I'm convinced you tried.
You shimmy.
Straight dex.
Mhm.
23.
Yeah, you did. You did shimmy, just kind of flattening yourself, and you slipped right in. The door was open for Icarus.
Undo the chain.
What's in the room?
Bet you won't.
It's dark.
Bet you won't undo the chain.
Can I see in?
You can see in. It's a hallway.
It's a hallway.
Chain.
Take it off. As chaotic Icarus has come out. The door opens. It's dark, but as it does, there's as torches ignite with the opening of the
This is
doors.
just like in Incredibles. There's gonna be a computer at the end of the hallway. We're gonna find out what we need to know, but then the sticky
Yeah.
guns are gonna put the balls on us.
Yeah.
But it's also gonna like highlight like King Egil terminated.
Yeah. So, are you
Please.
going down the hallway or not?
How we feeling? How we feeling about the hallway?
Yeah,
with
let's
the
go.
torches?
Yes? Yes? We go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's me saying yes. I'm gonna.
So, traveling
Chronos
down the
on
hallway,
video.
you guys just going down?
Can I get on the zombie's back?
Sneaking down.
Okay.
Quietly going down.
I need a group stealth check.
I didn't say I was being stealthy. I am being stealthy. Actually, I'm not.
Actually, I'm not.
7.
22.
13.
Hey, that's the highest.
Decent.
The highest you've gotten in a
Decent.
while.
Sometimes decent is all you can hope for.
Both of those help, but however,
Guys, if anyone
has
or guests who got lost.
who was taking the lead here?
Not me.
I was on Sonny's back.
Yeah. Who's taking the lead?
I'd say
Me.
Icarus.
Icarus.
Icarus,
boy.
perception check.
Oh yeah, I can do that. That was almost good, but instead it's 14.
14. Icarus, as you turn the corner of this torchlit hallway, you hear voices.
Oh.
However, as you look around the corner, as stealthy as you're being, you can't quite make out what they're saying. But you see what appears to be a figure speaking to a decrepit, hunched over devil of sorts.
Does it look familiar?
No. This cloaked figure kind of walks around the table, hushed voices, unable to be heard, takes a small piece on the table and moves it. The decrepit devil kind of turns in opposition before the hooded figure looks up at you, and the black void stares for but a second before you see the twisted, mangled horns turn around. The lights go dark as all of you are traveling down this hallway. I need everybody to make a charisma saving throw.
That's an exciting one.
Yep.
I'm gonna guess that I'll fail.
Okay. You'd like to.
I'm gonna guess that I also fail.
Okay.
Pretty solid 8.
Okay.
Pretty solid 8.
11.
Oh my god.
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Icarus, what was your
That's-
total?
8.
Okay. Okay.
That's both of
Total
us together.
marbles.
Everybody failed there.
Basic maths.
Okay, cool. And so
That's why I
did
said I'm pretty sure I failed.
Felicity and Sasha.
Never knew them to be much of talkers.
The world becomes dark, and as you look around, you reach out into the darkness and feel your compatriots. However, yeah, his head.
Gwen, is that you, Gwen? I just wanted to read in the library.
The lights ignite, and you are back in the foyer.
Is there anything different about me?
You see the attendant standing. Sorry, but that room is off limits.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't know.
You
We were
said
trying-
in the open door.
It was not originally.
Oh, was it?
Oh, sorry.
But
I
the
thought
door's
you said
separated.
any door we
implying
could open. I
yeah.
misunderstood.
Any door we could open.
That's
Verbatim,
completely right,
actually,
yes.
what you
That is
said.
editors, play back the.
You know, 4 millenniums, not one slip up, huh?
Jesus Christ.
Seems to be standing there. I understand. We will make sure that you are more behaved.
Yeah, and don't
You
also
watch-
almost say your master's name again. That was a big slip up.
Hey, you're not helping.
So,
Do
I'll
apologize.
say somebody who's not in the insult club, make a perception check.
Wait, I'm not in the insult club, am I?
Yeah.
I wasn't
You're
insulting
sitting
anyone.
next to him, man.
Natural 20.
It's
Just because I'm in the same
natural
frame.
20.
You said the
Plus
thing about the
5
door.
25.
Don't play coy.
As you see the attendant give this remark, you can't help but notice, but feel the air, the temperature begin to chill over, an icy feeling as you look up, as these two insectoid creatures are slowly climbing down. They are armored, but you watch every touch of the walls above ices over, large spears drawn. They are now just sitting above, waiting for something to happen.
Thank you for letting us know. We did not know that was an off-limits area. I want to go see the trophy room, if that's okay for us to go there.
Gestures up to the side.
Thank you. I'm just gonna usher everyone. I'm gonna grab Rigby and just.
Thanks for making it so clear.
As you travel into this room, through one of the kind of holes in the wall, you watch as the insectoid climbs through.
I'm
One
gonna speak mind to mind and just being watched heavily now.
It's quite a big creature.
I know, but just letting them all know.
So, sitting in this trophy room, amongst these stuffed heads, the blades, the gauntlets, the boots, the different pieces of equipment here and there behind cases, behind shields, behind different sorts of objects. What are you guys doing?
Man, I just did not like that guy.
I think it's cool.
He's compliant.
Not that he's compliant. I was like, I want to save him.
I mean, if I can't complain, is it really a free plane anymore, or is it?
I don't think it ever
There's
was.
like
Literally, the theme of the place we're in is chains.
Yeah. True. Got you there.
Hey,
I'm
some
just-
cities
He's
are meant
also
to be
mentioned
severed.
the fact that a guest has not left.
I'm going to be quiet, and I'm going to casually peruse the trophies, just kind of is there plaques?
Yeah, for some of them. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
12.
12. Unfortunately, you cannot read Infernal.
Yep.
But some of these have very nice plaques, and a lot of these items are fairly pristine. But there's nobody cleaning them, there's nobody touching them. There really only seem to be the two guards by the one pedestal.
Where's the one at the pedestal?
The one pedestal has a very pristine folded set of armor. It seems to be made out of very tight-knit scales and give off this very iridescent hue.
Is there a plaque by that?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gwyneth, can you come here?
Oh, now you want me to read.
I don't need you to read it then.
Look at
I'm
that,
gonna
you
turn
won't
to the
read.
other guards. What's the importance of these?
One of the kind of golden mask scars kind of turns and just tilts the head.
I read the plaque for her.
It's hard to find good help these days.
As you look at the plaque, it is essentially revered, holy chainmail of someone known as the Architect.
Interesting. It's really interesting.
That means nothing to me.
That means absolutely nothing to me.
Secrets, are we?
It's not my secret.
It looks very nice.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Within these walls, have we seen the signia of the master?
Ooh, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
Keeping an eye out.
Yeah, yeah. That's
thought
a
he
good. That's a
had, like, a
good thing to
chain or,
ask
like, a
for.
ring or
Chain,
something.
Yeah, you'd think, but
You said perception?
yeah.
23, because
23,
18
Quinn.
plus 5.
When you notice there's a lot of banners around here, there's
She's
a lot
learning.
of symbols that are kind of carved in the wall, but the most prominent one seems to be this symbol of a hammer of sorts. A lone hammer with what appears to be other masonry tools. Chisel, a mallet, things used generally that you can tell for construction.
This is Hephaestus.
It's
No, sorry.
odd to you,
Vulcan.
as many of the
Not that
trophy banners are more hellish in nature. It seems that a lot of these trophies might have been taken from other legions down here in the Hells, and with that I have an investigation check. I would say you notice that there's this common theme here of, pristine architecture and just very much this reverence for especially the armor on the pedestal. Seems to be a pretty big focal point here.
The armor. The
Yeah.
holy.
Tell you what, because you roll some pretty good rolls. Go ahead and make a religion check for me.
Well, this is where it all goes downhill.
Good, but who knows?
15.
15. The name of, or at least the figure, the architect, sounds somewhat familiar. You're not quite sure if it was a song that you used to sing in a tavern or if it was a story to be told. But another name pops in your mind when you think of the architect. A name of a religious group, and kind of looking around some of the other trophies, the swords, the kind of minor tabards, armor. These all appear to be trophies of the group known as the Rightful Divine.
Rightful or rightful?
The
Rightful.
Rightful.
The rightful.
You don't really recall much on them, but you've certainly not heard of any recent Rightful Divine or any worship of
I
the
know.
Rightful Divine.
As of, hang on,
But
40 years ago,
that being
they
said,
were in a battle for the continent of Voshan. That's public knowledge.
that is public knowledge.
I read that in the library. I know public knowledge.
I took History 201 with Master Gaius.
I took History 301 with.
Oh, okay.
And if you'd like to share that with your...
Can I go, before I share it, can
Mhm.
I go out back to be attendant?
Out back.
Wow, you must really like this guy.
I actually do really like him as a character. But not like...
Yeah.
Anyways,
Take him out to dinner, why don't you?
As
Will
you
it work?
approach, the attendant turns towards you.
I know you probably are not. I'm not in your favor. But, I did have a question. The hammer and the masonry tools, how is that of importance to the Lord?
The Lord has been involved with the religious groups of the past, several in fact, but took inspiration from the rightful divine as they admired them for some time.
So,
That's
he
scary.
was a follower or a leader?
A scholar. A passion of documentation with ancient histories.
And, okay, so did you say that Gwen would have heard of the Rightful
Yeah,
Divine?
you've heard of them. You've heard of them.
I'm not too familiar with the Rightful Divine. Could you give me more information, or could I find more information somewhere?
Unlikely to find tomes here. The trophy room offers artifacts collected by the lords who have been in charge of the keep as advised by their higher-ups. There is respect that is kept for their ways. Not necessarily the followings, but they were involved, I guess.
Try something that's probably gonna regret it.
Can I touch his hand?
You reach out and touch his hand?
Oh.
You reach out and...
And I'm like, thank you. Like, I'm just trying to, but I kind of am trying to feel like, is he dead?
He's unmoving, and as you touch the hand, it's just icy cold. There is a body there, but icy to the touch. Kind of like the large creature looming above in the rafters.
I appreciate your help, despite my insubordinance. Thank you. And I go back to the
Trophy room?
trophy room.
Yeah.
And I look at Nastani. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. I relay that information to everybody.
Yeah.
Does it ring any bells?
Rifle Divine, Architect, that kind of stuff. Both of you can make history checks.
No.
No. What'd you get?
4.
Okay.
Well, 6 not, but 4.
13.
Icarus, you recognize that there was perhaps a holy war recently, loosely recently, probably generations for you, but
Eon to go.
Two generations.
but nothing that your Cilician texts would be heavy upon. The figure as the architect, specifically, nothing really rings a bell too much.
Did the Rightful Divine have like a Bible per se, or like?
Are you looking around this room? Or? Looking around their room, there are tomes that you can find the Rightful Divine's sigil on. I would say actually, yeah, there's one case in particular where 3 books sit very neatly placed, labeled simply volumes 1, 2, and 3 of the original instructions for Utopia.
It's like Gravity Falls.
I was gonna say, did these look anything like the books that Herb collected, or Herb has?
They look like nothing that has been stored here, not in the library. These tomes, go ahead and make a history check for me.
Just the 5 Herb reading Rightful Divine stuff is very fun.
Ooh, 18.
18.
That's 19.
You were once a bard. You once traveled and heard stories and saw things that, many people don't get to. And as you look at these, you recognize these books as ancient. These are something that probably some libraries of the grandest...
Bible.
Yeah, it's probably millennia's old. It's thousands of years. To say how they've been kept in such pristine condition probably had something to do with the case or the collector. But these ancient books are either probably seen as a novelty by the case that they're in, or as something to be revered. Hard to tell.
Do we even think Damon's here?
The more and more we learn, the more I'm not sure.
I mean, are we interested in gathering more information? Or, like, what information are we looking for exactly? Right now, I've just been gathering information. I know we need information to get out.
Hey,
information
to
to...
ask the intendant about Damon.
information to go down, but, you know, I'm a little PO'd. I mean, what kind of master doesn't even, you know, invite his
Show
guest
his
out
face
for
to
a
his
cup
guests.
of tea or anything, you know?
You guys haven't been in the feast hall.
That's true.
Wait, the
I
where?
didn't see any
The
tea. I
feast
saw
hall.
corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's something.
And
there.
honestly, I'm just...
Not there.
Is there any other
They're
artist
pomegranate.
aside from the heads, obviously being something that catches Miss Donnie's attention? Is there anything else in there that seems intriguing?
Nastani, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Yeah, with this bug, I
I'm-
wouldn't touch anything.
Was rolling so
here.
good with the dragon, I guess it makes sense now. I'm not in danger. Yeah, it's a 6.
6.
No love.
It is a lot of plaques you can't read, a lot of objects that, you know, either look like very fancy armor, weapons, or old, dusty books.
I mean, whoever this is, it is interesting that they seem to be hyper fixated on this like rightful divine people or whatever. Whatever that guy is.
I think it's a lineage.
Who would ever
of
be
obsessed.
hyperfixated on the rightful divine?
I mean, it's really weird, honestly. I don't even know.
Can we not excuse all the heads also hanging on the wall?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to
Yeah.
not look at all of those on the wall, because that's probably my predecessors.
Yeah, and there's like a summoning
Is there
place, so like who
platinum
says
in the
they always
trophy
showed
case?
up dead?
Is there what?
Any platinum in the trophy case?
Any
Like
of them?
as far as the heads, as far as like the chromatic collections.
Like, or let me clarify. There's the heads on the wall.
Right. Okay.
Platinum dragon heads?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, they're not.
So it's
Maybe.
all the gem dragons have been.
It appears to be almost a full set of gem dragons.
What are they missing?
Not a crystal dragon.
That would make sense.
There is definitely an ancient looking head placed kind of at the center, just about.
What kind?
Like the dragon. It's old. It's sagging from lack of care.
Can I read the plaque?
There's no plaque by it.
Okay.
I tried. It's seemingly just.
What
a
kind of
vanquished
museum is this?
creature.
What? I mean, so it's just an ancient. It's not.
It's just an ancient stuffed head.
I don't know what type it is.
Crystal.
Oh, it is a crystal.
It is a crystal, yeah. The central one.
But it's ancient.
You know, I heard this story today. I mean, I was just having a dream. There was this one dragon that ate a real lot of crystal dragons, and he didn't seem like a nice guy, really. I mean, do you know if that's a real, you know, you kind of dragon looking, don't mean to presume, but,
Kind of dragon.
you know, is that person still alive or dead, or is that just a fake story, you know?
First of all, I'm the one who told the story.
Yeah, so you would know.
Second of all, that is legend from home. And third of all, those are the founders of Arxoth.
Yeah, but these people have been down here for millennia. There could be some connection.
I don't think that's any of those descendants.
I'm a little uncomfy here.
Empty hallway.
You're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Creature still following in the rafters.
Yeah.
Maybe we go take a look at the little ritual room.
I'm gonna go to the
I
ritual
was
room.
gonna go back to
Yeah. You go to the attendant and you guys enter the ritual room.
I would love to. It's like they can't even clean the floors. Bugs crawling on the ceiling. Dirty.
Worst hotel ever.
One
Zero.
star review.
I don't
Honestly,
think the workers have anywhere
One
to
star.
sleep.
I'd give 0 if I
Probably
could.
not.
It's like a red roof
We
motel.
toured all the rooms that were available.
This is like
So,
a hotel.
3 of you plus the
Less than
Pennsylvania.
7.
Callisti and Sasha go to the ritual room. You wanted to talk to the attendant real quick?
Yeah.
What do you say to him? He stands sentinel by the door, as always.
Knowing that he hasn't been able to say very many
Bless you.
names,
Mhm.
I want to ask him about Damon.
Okay.
Oh my
What are you saying, though?
god.
You know the guy.
How's he doing? How's his well-being?
No. What do you know about pit fiend Damon?
There is a long pause. The Lord.
Wonderful. I just.
What do you know of his well-being? Just be a concern. I
How's the
haven't
family?
seen my host around lately.
What are you saying, Gwen?
I did not think this through.
No, we're in the ritual room, baby.
Priorities for
Right.
traveling.
I appreciate that. I just the name of the Lord. I'll be honest. I'm more acquainted with the other people that are more acquainted with him.
Friend of a friend. is what-
Yeah, friend of a friend. I just doing some research at another point, and that name popped up, and I was just curious if you had any information. You just seem very educated. I mean, you had to be around for 4 millennia, around the Lord, and
He's silent. And that is the response.
thank you.
So,
Away.
those of you in the ritual room, you walk in. It is a large, kind of domed room. There is a large set of sigils on the ground, and what appear to be 3 attendants just kind of knelt by them.
I'd like to definitely stay out of the circle.
Okay.
Pick him up and put him
plan.
in. Yeah.
That's perfect size for you. I'm gonna put you right there.
Hey, I know you're pretty content right here, but you need anything? Rotten corpse, blanket,
Are you
etc.
talking to the
One of the attendants, yeah.
Yeah.
Need anything?
The attendants, unlike the host that you've encountered, the keeper, have these pale, kind of porcelain masks with veils that drip over the shoulders and body, kind of obscuring what lies beneath, but the central one kind of turned towards you. Do you wish to use the sigils?
Possibly. See, I'm not much of a reader, and I was just told it might be interesting, you know? We could go in any room that had an open door. You had an open door. I was like, could you tell me more?
This is the room of doors.
Yes. The room of what?
Doors.
The room of doors. How intriguing.
Should you have a
Door to go through?
desire,
Per se.
we shall transport you to that. Should the Lord permit it.
Does the Lord- yeah, and that would definitely have to be revisited because, you know, I don't know if you know, but the Lord's been in his chambers. And, you know, we don't know if he's permitted it because we haven't seen him yet. What a
Right.
shame.
So, like, does he
The
just have
head
to, like...
turns back to the sigil, ignoring the idle chatter.
So he just, to get permission, he just has to say, hey, they can use doors. Right?
Just
It is
Does he have like a standing approved list of where people can go?
Am I in the ritual room at this point?
Sure.
It's Damon.
Yes, they're demons. Yes, we knew that.
No, devil.
Champion.
inspiration for remembering.
Thank you.
There you go.
Start popping.
And
No.
a running theory. Could be wrong. They might be a hive mind.
I mean, that is totally fair.
So anything we tell them is probably going back to the Lord.
They've all been very
But-
rude.
Maybe.
It's at this point, those of you who, are being somewhat quiet, but Callisti and Sasha both specifically notice the opening of doors somewhere back in the central chamber, large doors.
Okay.
Doors with
Like
boils
the
on them?
bedroom doors, or
No, the large
You
doors.
want to go check it out?
Yeah, let's go check
Let's
it out.
do
Stealthy, I'm being not inconspicuous.
We're not gonna be stealthy.
don't be
Death ward.
suspicious.
Don't be
suspicious.
Death
So-
ward.
Have anyone? Yes, you do.
As you enter the main chambers, it would seem that the bedroom doors are open.
Well, we're allowed in any open doors, so...
Let's go, baby!
You walking in?
We seduce the devil.
No, what?
We got 1 or 2 bugs on us.
Mastani!
Strangely enough, as you look up, you don't see them.
No bugs. Yeah, this is pretty eerie.
Can we see inside the doors?
Yeah, there's staircases that lead up.
Fortune favors
Pretty
both.
big grand
Sometimes.
staircase.
Well, let's decide. I mean, I could go first. Let's be honest.
Could be a trap.
I say we go get the sigil ring, go back to the doors, and then
Oh, where's the sigil ring?
probably on him. I don't know.
On him.
Up the stairs. It's his bedroom, I would assume.
Well, no, that's so fair. The
That
doors.
doesn't mean anything. We don't need the sigil because the doors are open.
Can we talk to Elaine
No,
and
the sigil
what's her
to
face and be like, did you just
the
hear the
door-
doors
room
open?
doors.
Did you see them? Did you see
Oh,
anyone
that's the-
exit?
We were in the room with you.
Yeah, you're very forgettable.
Yeah, because some of us, as much as I appreciate the jesting,
They're keeping you alive?
no, you have not done much of that.
Oh, really?
Really,
Really?
really,
Did you not remember the part that was like,
no.
for my wife?
Sure. And what have you been doing? Bumbling around while some of us have been looking for a way out of this damn place.
So you'd rather be dead right now?
I'd rather not be stuck with a bunch of buffoons in hell.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
so that means you'd rather be dead than be here. That's kind of a rude insult.
Really?
Yeah,
Good.
good. Fine.
Up the stairs we go? What choice do we have?
Couldn't be any worse than staying here with this company.
Hey, Rigby. I preferred it when you were mean to me.
You'll have your time.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So what have you learned?
Sour grapes.
We've learned that whoever Damon really is a fanatic. Some freak collecting paraphernalia of an architect.
Learned that the
And as far as a way out,
the ritual
Well,
room.
as far as a way out, I'd heard the best ways through those 3. So,
But we need the Lord's permission, which means probably the sigil ring.
You know, it might not be Damon, but let's go see that freak.
Get on up there, Rigby. Go
I'm
on.
saying, are
Go
we
on up.
going?
Yeah. No, go ahead,
Oh,
Rigby.
we-
Go
Probably
see the
go
freak
lead.
in the bedroom.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I'll go up first. I'm not shy
Yeah.
to have a good time. As long as they're following. If they're not
Yeah.
following,
Callisti and Sasha are definitely not.
That's
if
fair.
you're not following, I'm not going. It's a team sport.
You guys gonna fake this?
I'm gonna go up.
You going up?
Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
Thaumaturgy
hands.
footsteps.
Quietly.
Will you hold hands with me?
Stealth check.
Stealth.
He said quietly.
Oh.
I think Gwen.
Hey, cuts away.
I think Gwen is staying with Callisti.
What are you doing?
15.
15?
13.
13. So the 2 of you stealthing up. Rigby.
8. I'm
8.
not really trying to be stealthy,
Sure,
but since he
that's
wanted
fine.
to, I'll go with him.
Okay. So the 3 of you begin to march up the stairs. Callisti, Sasha, and Gwen hanging back. As you begin to look upwards into these opulent chambers where there are large draping curtains that kind of resemble a tent of sorts, very fine sheer fabrics, very unlike the muddy room beneath. You guys have been decently quick about this, so I'll let one of you 3 who entered the room to roll a d12 and tell me the number you get.
That's exciting. I'll do it, guys. I always roll low.
Yeah, I'd like to whisper to him and be like, yeah, why are we even stealthy?
Correction, I always roll bad. It's a 9.
As the 3 of you begin to march up the stairs, You feel the icy cold return. Looking up, peeking around, you see the two ice devils clinging to the ceiling. One drops down, blocking the view of the greater chamber itself. Do any of you speak Infernal?
Nope.
The three of you. Good to know.
My bad.
Primordial. That's it.
Speak abyssal, primordial, undercommon.
It
Barely know what language. Calm down.
speaks something in a language you can't understand before looking about, just frustrated. Fine. I will speak in your accursed tongue.
Finally, some good service.
Oh my god!
That's a compliment.
I'm gonna speak in abyssal. I speak this tongue.
Do not speak that in front of me.
Never mind. Primordial it is then. Common.
Stick with common.
Common works too.
Don't insult the help. They work very hard. Sorry, go on, please. You know, rude guests.
Do tell me why you're here.
The attendant, specifically the one in the front, said we could said we could go into any open door, and we were hoping to speak with the master.
And I was hoping to get a reason why you entered in the first place.
I was just told we could go in any open door. Are we not allowed to be here? Because
Well, you killed the attendant at the door.
I did no
So-
such thing.
What?
I
the
didn't.
wand at your side says otherwise.
Hey, hey, hey. I was picking up the litter.
Understandable. So tell me why you have paid a visit to the Citadel.
Well, I don't know if anyone could explain it better, but yeah, we're looking for a known compatriot. Damon?
Damon.
Yeah. The attendee down there said Lord. And I was like, isn't the Lord of this place Lord? You know what I'm saying?
There are many lords within the hells.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Your guy, your pal, buddy, amigo.
The kind of other one begins to chitter to the other in a kind of cacophonous clacking. He looks down back at you. Interesting. So, you have traveled from quite a far way. Knowing that this Damon fellow might be here. You have come. You have waited. You've perused the house's guests. But the attendant was very clear about what happens, yes?
Yeah, but you know what some different attendees said? They said, you've got this room with doors in it, and they said, with the master's permission. And, you know, it's like, having been here and been in these circumstances, it's like, well, wouldn't we want to meet the master if we're going to spend eternity in here? If we get permission, great. If not, you know.
It's a nice place.
You talk too much for your own good.
I've been told. My wife. Yeah.
Oh.
Shame. Let's hope you don't join her.
Ain't that right?
I would never give such a pleasure. You wish to have spoken to the master of the Citadel. So I am here to speak on his behalf.
Well, why can't we speak with him?
Little words, please. Continue, kind sir. He just said.
It is of my understanding that you are lost.
Waiting to be found.
Rigby. I have a deal for you in particular.
I've been making lots of deals recently.
This one is quite good.
Okay.
The master has heard of your troubles.
through his connections, be it through the hills and the cities.
Quite the big mouth, aren't I?
And feels pity for you.
Yeah. To live to suffer.
Yes. And has an offer to alleviate some suffering. To perhaps reunite you with someone you have lost. I heard about a fire. Terrible things. Terrible accidents. I can only imagine the screams that could have been heard on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So, here is the offer of a lifetime.
Literally.
You will have everything you want back. Your wife, your son, a home, back in the realm of the living. The offer of a lifetime.
Who could refuse an offer like that?
Oh.
And here is the thing that is asked. Your discretion. Go home. Leave. Be happy. You stay out of the way of any of us. And you have our Lord's and his Lord's word that no ill fate shall befall you.
I mean, I have to say you make a very enticing offer, sir. That's what this whole little journey's been about for me, but how would I know who your lords and his lords are, you know, going blind into a deal? It's a very persuasive deal, but what, you know, if I accidentally run into them, you know, when I'm trying to stay out of the way, you know what I'm saying?
You won't.
Won't.
Your roads may never cross. For that is the nature of it. For your roads to cross, you would have to get in the way. And I suppose that would be very hard to do without bad influences. What do you say?
I mean, I think we both know what I'm going to say. To live is to suffer. I look back at you.
No, I thought you were going to be like, now's the time to shoot.
I humbly must turn down your deal. And not to say that discretion isn't keen, I still won't stay out of your way. But I think I've just caused them enough pain, and you know, to bring them back, to make them suffer more. I think that falls on my shoulders at this point.
Yes. To end suffering is a noble thing. It is a shame I will have to tell them that they will be prolonging their stay down on the 6th.
Understandable. If you tell them you saw me, fine. If you don't, that's fine as well. Guys, have we got everything we need here?
Like we're leaving.
Yeah, specifically in this room. Does anybody else want to say anything? Anything at all?
Lore dump.
Sorry. Backing away,
Whiplash.
Miss Lauren. There's a lot of lore dump that just happened.
You watch as the ice devil lifts the pike, walks back towards the large kind of obsidian-based bed, and
An
kind
empty
of,
bed?
it is not, and kneels. I have been told our generosity is to be refused.
Humbly.
He's like, I've been distracting the
Wait,
whole time.
What's the spatial,
There,
physical like
there's
from
about
us to the bed?
from you guys to the bed. There's about a good 80-foot kind of divide. It's a pretty big room. You do notice that the other ice devil is directly above you.
Why?
I have 2 guns.
And Rigby, you hear the ice devil. Of course, we will refer them to the lowers. I'm sure the Lord of Kenya would appreciate.
I'm gonna take my guns and shoot both the ice devils.
All right.
I'm gonna fly forward and shoot the thing in the bed.
Okay. So, as Nastani shoots first, and Icarus launches out towards whatever lies ahead, I think that's where we're going to leave this episode off.
Yep. Oh my god.
Offer of a lifetime. You wouldn't be the first to refuse one of those. But hopefully we'll find out next time
Man.
if that was the right choice or not.
Could you imagine if you found out that like one of your loved ones was being kept in one of the levels of hell, and then you had this offer where you could have, you know, maybe done some things to get them out of it and bring them back to life? Then you thought about it and you're like, hey man, maybe this is what they actually sort of low-key wanted the whole time, and maybe bringing them back for just more suffering isn't a great idea.
I've never done that ever in my entire life.
That would be reasonable if they weren't taken wrongly. But
Victims.
that being said, I think that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We hope you had a good time. Bit of a longer episode, but before we go, remember
A
to...
little bit heady.
Like and subscribe. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, thank you, Reagan. Inspiration for next game. Remember that for next week. Since they seemingly are lost.
Traumatized.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the lore. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I was just picking my buddies up.
Yeah, Reagan got going. You got a lot more. Good job, Reagan.
I wanted to get that back.
Yeah,
I forget what
right.
the bit was to start
That's
this.
good.
A long
I
time
didn't
ago.
pick up the slack somewhere. I didn't
Yeah,
do it in
right?
the fight.
Reagan's having to carry.
Wait,
Not
was it
Carrie, I
Fiend
just
JP?
mean like
Was
I
that the
didn't do
bit?
much in the fight,
Was that-
so I thought I
was that
could
the
pick
bit
up
for
the
this
slack.
episode?
You did great.
Beyond,
You did great.
baby, beyond.
But
Shooting
we'll
in.
talk after this,
Yeah.
after I
Yeah.
close out the show. So
Subscribe so JP can get dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also follow us on our socials: TikTok, Instagram, all that jazz.
Indeed.
Indeed,
No.
it's not happening. Indeed.
I'm gonna make it happen.
That is a Ethan project, so go look on Ethan projects. But we hope to see you guys next time on
The
The Wayward 7!